All right, gentlemen, let's go ahead and dive into session 19 of Trouble in Theondir. In our previous session, our heroes had just escaped by boat from captivity in Theondir Keep when they were met on the banks of the Deh-Lendah River by the Heirs of Saegard, Tycho and Jenavyr Terravyn, along with a small contingency of elite knot fighters. The group would ride out northwest in order to put as much space as possible between them and the sons of Silas, heading towards the jutting peaks off in the distance on a path leading past the great iron mines of Kalahum. Eventually, they would reach their camp at the ruins of a former military outpost just inside the mountainous and majestic Falanda forest. The evening in the ruins was filled by uneasy sleep and haunting dreams as the group took turns keeping watch. During the final watch, Boland's stoic contemplation was interrupted by a group of curious dancing lights that would entice Boland deeper into the tangled woods before converging into sets of eyes set deep within the hollowed faces of several undead dire wolves. It was an ambush. The group sprang into action, driving back the dire wolves with Caroline using his brilliant blue amulet to strike the decisive blow. But this victory would only be short-lived as two giant undead spiders dropped down stealthily from the massive canopy above with another wave of wolves. Though several of the soldiers of the knot would fall to the undead, victory nevertheless was won by the living. Following this shocking attack, Tycho would lead the group onward, eventually blindfolding our adventurers on the final several hours as they were led to the knot hideout, Arath Finn-Dahlah. Here the group was able to rest and recuperate for a short time before Tycho returned in order to lead the members across several enormous bridges and through the 7 settlements that spiral inwards to a central tree temple, the residence of the Ancient One. In their meeting with the Ancient One, the adventurers received the revelation of the Spirit of Saegard, which spoke in cryptic terms of a dire unfolding situation, of a great disturbance amongst the gods of old, of the orb of Zincari falling under threat, of the vambraces of Silas and Albion being sought after with new fervor, of a new evil on the move that must be met and confronted, cryptic but nevertheless clear in its direness. And just as the group exited the meeting with the Ancient One, Tycho came running, beseeching the group to aid Lah Miel in an ongoing scrying spell. The group followed Tycho to the canopy of the neighboring settlement where Lah Miel stood, hands placed on a large clear orb, entranced. The adventurers placed their hands upon the orb, with Boland contributing his own powerful magical energy. And this was the vision you saw. Maalethon standing there in the center of the throne room in Theondir Keep and staring deeply into the mysterious orange orb spinning on its pedestal, his lips moving as if in prayer or speech. And through the whirling sound of the orb, you hear Maalethon's booming voice. Everything is going according to plan. Tyrius is now out of the picture. Blame has been shifted, and the people of Theondir have cast their allegiance entirely upon my authority. Soon enough, my influence will extend even over that miscreant Ildrax, and in due time, the orb of Zincari will be in my possession. The city, with its defenses down, will be unable to withstand the invasion. And when the three are finally united, our power will be limitless. And with that, he takes a long and slow bow before straightening up again. My allegiances will forever remain yours, my king, King Fellwind. And with this final word, the orb in the throne room flashes with a brilliant orange light that blinds all of your vision. The orb on which your hands are placed also flashes with a brilliant light, throwing you all backwards with the force and knocking you prone. Lah Miel quickly jumps to his feet, a look of unease shooting across his otherwise kind and gentle face. This is a disturbing new revelation, to add to other disturbing events that have transpired in the past few days. I am afraid that forces beyond our control have begun to move in ways that we have not foreseen. You speak true, Lah Miel, pipes in Tycho. We will need to summon the council. It will surely possess the wisdom for how we shall proceed. I take my leave to gather together the leaders. Such a pressing issue will need to be addressed as soon as possible. hopefully by early tomorrow. Lah Miel, please see to it that our guests receive everything that they need this evening. We have a busy day tomorrow. And with that, Tycho quickly departs from the platform, down the enormous set of wooden stairs, wrapping around the massive tree trunk, leaving you all standing there with Lah Miel by your side. My adventurers, what would you like to do?
We probably need to get some rest.
Do we?
Yeah.
I don't think we do.
Actually, we have temporary hit points too.
Yeah.
Are those still good, Matt?
We already rested.
I guess you're right.
I'm at full health. I mean,
Yeah,
I've taken a couple points of damage, but that's okay.
what's the next step for? What do we
guess-
What do we do next? I mean,
Okay, so let's recap here. I mean, so Fellwind. So King Fellwind is the king of. Can we?
Fellwind, right?
Fellwind.
Yep, King Fellwind.
He is.
He's the king of the mainland.
Correct, yes. He's the king that is reigning on the Terravyn continent.
Yep.
In the
And
city of Nova Uranos.
Maalethon is a son of Silas. He's of the line. And Tycho and Jenavyr are of the other line. And then there's one other faction that we have to worry about.
Well,
So
the
we
knot,
don't-
which
the
we
knot.
are currently involved in.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're currently in the Knot headquarters at this point. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Let me ask you this, Lah Miel.
yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Let me ask you this, Lah Miel. What is the danger in having King Fellwind take over Theondir? Why is this such an evil, like, who is he that we need to be so afraid of him? Why should we care? Why? Do you know what I'm trying to get at? Like, why? Why
Would
are
it be
why
so
is
bad?
why? Yeah, would it be so bad if King Fellwind overtook?
He pauses and looks up at you and says, were King Fellwind to take over the island of Falondir and Theondir, everything would be destroyed. He rules with a hard and a heavy hand. This is exactly the reason why Silas left so long ago. The line of Eldian is the line of destroyers. There will be nothing left.
So are you envisioning that Fellwind destroys Theondir? Is that what you're getting at?
I envision that he will come in, he will take over the island, and he will subjugate those who are not completely loyal to him.
Okay. So you're envisioning an authoritarian dictator.
Is he telling the truth, Matt?
Give me an insight check.
Uh, 20.
20. Yeah, he seems like he's telling the truth, and for me, what you know about the history of this lineage, you know that that Silas did leave because he did not want to fall under the same power structure there of Eldian, and that that Tyrius himself was a governor, and he never took a position of a king for the exact reason of that. There's a sort of distrust of power in this area, and there's a definite strong hand from the continent.
That's Matt. I got something to say. So half quiet. I just kind of go, let's kill him.
To who?
To you guys.
Kill who?
Fellwind.
Okay.
Let's get on a ship. Let's get on a ship and go to the mainland.
That's
We are on the mainland,
No,
aren't we?
Oh, you're on the island. Yep.
Yeah, we're still on the island.
I mean,
Still
We
on
were
the
right
island.
down the
Oh.
river.
Fucking pay
I
attention.
mean, I think that's I think that's definitely on the table.
Yeah.
That's
I don't-
that's definitely an option. We need to be smart about it.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
What
I advise you
I'm-
that you can bring your ideas, my good half-orc. I'm sure that the council would be very happy to hear of your ideas of your potential plans to attack Fellwind.
Okay, so we're invited to the council tomorrow then.
There is a council tomorrow where we will discuss perhaps the next plans for us, for you, and if you would like to be a part of what we are doing here.
Who is on this council?
The council is the council of the Septim Matriarch. We have 7 different villages connected to the 7 central trees of this fort. And of each of those villages, we have a single ruler who sits on the council. They are not the highest authority, but they are authorities to be respected. They are those who give us wisdom. Master Tycho, Master Jenavyr. Take instruction and guidance from them.
Okay.
So you said there's 7 rulers of the town, Matt?
Yes.
Okay.
7 villages that make up this.
So, when I'm going to turn to Bolin and Tragon. You guys came by boat back to Haldir Harbor, right? Did you come from the mainland?
We came from a different continent. Or was
Yeah.
it the mainland?
Yep.
It was the mainland.
Oh,
My village, my original village, is far, far south. Out of the grasp of King Fellwind completely. I do not have any context into who Fellwind is or what sort of ruler he is. The elves of my previous village, which, to be clear, are a lifetime ago, are not in the purview of his rule at all.
Not yet, my friend. But Fellwind has aspirations. If what Maalethon says is true, if Fellwind is going to be making a move, if he is making a move on the Vambraces, the limit of his power knows no ends. There will be no safe space left on the continent.
This just occurred to me, but it sounds like maybe Ildrax might be a valuable ally, as Maalethon wanted to usurp him and take the Orb of Zincari. If we could somehow get an audience with Ildrax,
Mm-hmm.
he might prove to be a valuable asset.
Or even
both-
just board them?
Yeah, both that and to get it back into Theondir.
Well, Ildrox is in a world of hurt because they're going after him. I mean,
Right. Right now, the Zincari are under threat of being taken over.
Yeah, Ildrox was a Zincari, right?
He's the
He
leader
is
of
the
the
head.
He
Zincari
is the head of the Zincari, yeah.
in Theondir.
Bolin or Niv, do you have a way to get them a message? I mean, mine doesn't work like that.
I can write a letter.
Message saying,
What?
You can write a letter.
In 3 years, it'll be there.
Oh.
Yeah,
yeah,
I
you both stuttered for me, so I didn't hear you say anything.
Oh,
He says you can write a letter.
I can't today. I could tomorrow if I could rest, even in 4 hours. If I meditated on it, I could send him a message.
What are we
To
gonna
warn him.
La Miel. Yeah, La Miel, do you have a way to warn him? Just as a preemptive.
Right now, we do not have any direct contact with Ildrax. but we could send a contingency there tomorrow as soon as possible. I'm sure the council has plans about that.
What time of day is it, Matt?
Currently you're pushing into the evening at this point.
Okay.
Yeah, the problem is I'm not familiar. I've never met Ildrox.
Yeah.
So I couldn't send him a message. Because I've never met him. I don't know what he looks like or anything. So.
Have you met any of the Zincari? Did we meet any
No,
Zincari?
I don't think so. I don't think we have.
Just those guys when we came into town. But I mean, they could be
that's very
peons.
true.
Well,
I don't know if I don't think we'd want to trust them with a message of this level of importance.
Bolin, how familiar do you have to be with somebody to send them a message like that? Could it be somebody that you've just seen?
Somebody I'm familiar with.
Because we did leave that one last guard. He's not Zincari, but he's one of Maalethon's guards. We left one alive when we were escaping. And I sent him a message trying to sow a little discord. Is there a way you could message him?
But it's going to be a bunch of criminals messaging people. They think that we were the ones who attacked.
Yeah. But I did tell him that we weren't the bat. Like, I don't remember what I said to him. I have to watch that freaking episode. But basically, I told him that we weren't the ones that did it, that Maalethon was the big baddie. I told him it was Maalethon, so if we could keep kind of pushing that, that might be a route that we could explore.
Who else do we know that is sympathetic to our cause in Theondir? Anybody? I mean, Tyrius is dead.
What about the guy? What about
anybody would be sympathetic?
Wait.
What about the guy with the crystal shot?
Yeah. And
JP Frenzine?
Taylor?
Yeah,
Frenzine. Oh god.
The Taylor.
There's
Tucson would be a good way to go.
We
about the
don't know that. We don't know that Tyrius is dead. Didn't we heal him before we?
I think we tried
in the throne room.
Tyrius.
We could try messaging Tyrius. I wonder if maybe he's not dead. Maybe they just are pushing that narrative.
I wonder if they're trying to go for an actual coup to straight up replace, or maybe trying to make him a puppet. Lah Miel, what do you know about King Fellwind? Is he more straight up ruler? Do you think he would be more about taking over and killing anybody that doesn't agree with him, like we've heard, or do you think he would be okay with ruling through a puppet?
Imagine the worst dictator you can imagine.
Trump.
And he is worse than him.
I don't know. I can imagine quite a lot.
We're living it.
What about Vildareth?
The druid.
The druid. He's a not sympathizer. At least that's the note I have written.
No.
I don't think he is. I don't know what he is, actually. We never really kind of figured that out.
Does that name mean anything to you? Whatever your name is.
Lah Miel.
Lah Miel. Sorry.
He pauses for a moment and
he says, yes, the name is somewhat familiar. I do believe that at one point, Vildareth was involved with Harrington before we attempted to snuff him out.
Who's Harrington?
Oh, excuse me, you may know him as Greywater or Tanglebriar.
Oh, that's right.
There were associations with Vildareth and Harrington or Tanglebriar, Greywater as you call him. But we have long since broken association with him as well.
Tyrius?
What did you say, Nev?
The Knot were trying to get rid of Tyrius.
Yeah, the Knot was not directly in love with Tyrius, you could say.
I have in my notes, Kruloth. Is this Zincari that we met with
Krulath.
Is that?
That doesn't ring any bells for me.
All right. Maybe
I don't know.
Chad just made up a name. Squawking, blocking. What?
Perkama Bifrazzle?
Lah Miel, is there anybody that sympathizes with the knot that is in Theondir that we could leverage? Who do you know? Who can help us?
Small cells of not sympathizers, but there's nothing largely organized. We typically make our own. We bring in our own forces when we need them. We make pinpoint actions and we leave again.
What about Who is Tramdal? He's this. Oh, he was the
Randall's
leader
a
of.
priest.
He was the lead. He is a servant of the Zincari that led the funeral procession.
Oh.
Remember, we talked to him. He
Yeah,
was
we
part of
talked
the
to Brandon.
Zincari. We could send him a message.
You met him down by the water when they
Yeah.
had the pyre, the funeral pyre that they lit of the 2 people who had died of this strange sickness.
Or Krulath.
That's the name I just said.
Krulath.
That is the
The
one you said.
Zincari. He is the Zincari in charge of dispatch. So he's a Zincari as well. We have people
have a
that
couple
we have met
Zincari.
that are Zincari that we could reach out to.
Well, I'm assuming it's been a while since we've eaten and rested, like had a meal.
Yes, I can take you to your quarters for the evening if you'd like to receive some food and some rest.
Yeah.
It
There's
is
not a
getting
whole lot we can do until tomorrow anyway. So
So Lah Miel begins to gesture for you guys to follow him, and he leads you out onto this platform. And as you follow him, you begin to notice what you didn't notice when you arrived. They're spaced out every 7 feet or so along the edge of each of the platforms of the settlement on which you are these ornate iron and glass lanterns, inside of which dances something of a reddish, magical flame. And lifting your eyes to the distance, you pick up a slight glow from the various other settlements that are spiraling outward from your position. And you see as people are walking from lantern to lantern and lighting these in different colors. You see flames of orange on one settlement, yellow on the next one, green on the next one, blue, and so forth. And Lah Miel sees you looking out over this and sees you looking at your own red lanterns, and he says,
Yes, the settlement of Lady Rubert. Hopefully you will be able to meet her tomorrow, along with the other members of the Septa Matriarch. But tonight, it is important that you rest. We have a long day tomorrow.
and he gestures for you to follow him into a large inn-like structure with these large archways on the first level, past 2 knot guards that are standing guard there. And he leads you into this area, revealing a single massive room that juts out over the platform. There are wooden beds there with fine linens. They line the wall made of interweaving branches and roots. And in the center of the far wall is an enormous opening carved in the likeness of the inside of a gaping jaw of a giant dragon. It serves as a central window for the room that looks over the rest of this area. And Lah Miel says to you,
I'm hoping that this will be satisfactory lodging for the evening. Tomorrow morning you'll be able to find breakfast in the main hall of this establishment. We will call upon you as soon as possible, but that is tomorrow. Tonight you deserve rest. If you excuse me, I, like Master Terravyn, also have preparations for the morrow day, and therefore I will leave you tonight. Good night.
and with that he shows himself out of the room, leaving you all there together in this majestic space with this majestic view. Is there anything you guys would like to do before you take your rest for the evening?
Yep.
Buckle up.
Is there a tavern? Is there a tavern?
Yeah.
No, this is where it all goes wrong. This is where it all
Are
goes
there
off the
tables at
rails.
the inn? Is there tables and stuff? Are they like? Can we get food and drinks at the inn?
Yeah, I mean, if you walk back out of where you came, where you came in this large archway, there's also a mess hall area where you can get food, and there's a tavern there as well. There's not many people here at this point. It's pretty calm at this point.
Well, I'm going to the tavern.
Okay.
I'll go with.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, so
You walk into this room, and just like outside, there's a bunch of different tables, and on each of the tables, there's also a similar lantern with this sort of magical reddish flame glowing on each table. So the room itself has these sort of like high, domed, arched, wooden beams that are coming up. Everything here is made out of wood, and there's this beautiful sort of reddish glow that shines up from each of the tables. There's just a single person behind the bar working, and other than that, the place is actually empty.
If I remember right, we are broke. I have no money.
Yeah.
Zero.
You are.
I have money. Well, how is it possible that I still have money? Did we lose all of our stuff?
When we got arrested, yeah.
When we got arrested, they took all our money.
Mm. Yeah, okay, I'll get rid of that.
Oh, I gotta.
So I'll go up to the barkeep. And I'll say, Lah Miel has given us the go-ahead to partake of food and drink and lodging, all courtesy of the village, not the empire. I mean, whatever.
The
I mean,
council.
the council. Any charges that would be provided to us should be sent to Lah Miel and the council.
The man kind of looks at you behind the bar and he says, Lah Miel, do you say, has sent you here? I'll tell you what, we'll take a tab here and I'll send it over to Lah Miel in the morning.
Much appreciated.
What can I get for you?
A round of ale for me and my friends.
Wine for me.
Wine.
Of course.
Fruits and
Always
cheeses and meats, please, for the group as well.
Okay, we're going to have quite the feast tonight. Okay,
Yes,
indeed,
sir.
ales and wine and meats and cheeses. I should give me 1 second, and I'll go round those up out of the back. And go ahead, please take yourself a seat there. And the man runs off and begins to prepare your drinks and your food. After a couple minutes, he comes back and he's carrying this large tray, and he's got a set of ales that he sets down there, and a really beautiful, nice glass of red wine for you, Trigo. Sets out the meats and cheeses. Actually, pretty decent array here of food. It's pretty good quality stuff here. This is not just any inn, so it's a pretty decent place. He sits down in front of you. I'll make sure to write this in the ledger and give it to Lah Miel tomorrow. Let me know if you need anything else, and I'll be behind the bar. He heads back behind the bar.
My friends, I'm going to raise my glass. I think this is a great time for us to think about the adventures that we've been on in the last 3 weeks. Whatever it is. 2
Something
months.
like that.
Whatever it is. I've gotten to know all of you very well. I'm proud to be a part of this group. And I look forward to many adventures to come. Hear, hear.
I'm like,
Yeah.
Sláinte.
Even you, Groggle.
The hero of the group.
Well, Matt, when we were coming into the town, what did security look like? Are they like super secure here? Or is it like locked down? Or is it pretty come and go?
In part, you were blindfolded when you came up to this place, and when you had the blindfolds removed, there was gate towers in front of the only bridge leading into this place. Remember, there's only one entrance to this place. It heads into the first settlement, and there's a spiraling inward sort of setup here. So there's only one way in across from this cliff over the ravine. On the other side of that, there are also
that's
plenty
right.
of gate towers as well.
Yeah.
So this place is pretty well protected. If you can find it, you're going to have a difficult time getting in. They can always cut the bridge if they need to, and it's going to be tough to make your way through.
Yeah.
so is it elves or humans, both, all sorts of different people?
I mean, you notice there's a lot of humans here, but it's also tough to say. I mean, you also notice that Jenavyr and Tycho, for example, seem to be half elves of sorts. So there seems to be some elven blood you've noticed in your time here and walking around. So it's a mix of humans and half elves. So you guys definitely stick out. At least Groggle does, and Caroline, you definitely stick out here.
Well, I suppose there's not a whole lot we can really do until we know more from the council tomorrow.
Should we rest?
Well,
What time is it? Late? Is it?
You're pushing on
early
about
evening?
10, 11 o'clock at night now. It's getting pretty late at this point.
so I think we should just discuss our options. Are we going all in on this? Do we care?
Well, I think I've confused myself a little bit.
Yeah.
So, Jenavyr and Tycho are the leaders of the knot?
Correct, yes.
Okay.
Yeah. The council, as you learned from La Miel, the council gives guidance, and but they ultimately, the highest authority are Jenavyr and Tycho.
And who is La Miel?
Sitting
La Miel is one of the mages, one of the higher mages who works with the knot. Yeah.
Okay.
Is there anyone else sitting in this restaurant pub area?
No, it's all empty. It's you guys in the barkeep.
So our options are right now: listen or wait till tomorrow, go to the meeting. Security looks like it's pretty hammered down, so I don't think there's any way for us to actually get out of here if we want to scamper. Do we just go to this meeting and see what they have to say? I don't know if are we going to be able to even get out of this if we want to?
What's the risk of us at least hearing them out, right?
Yeah. Right.
Well, something doesn't add up though, because if they're worried about Fellwind taking over, why are they against Tyrius?
Because they want their own people in charge. Right? That's what it is?
My guess is Maalethon may have manipulated the whole thing. Who knows what Tyrius's actual motives are?
So here's my deal. So Maalethon and Firebrand, man, they effed me up, and I don't like what they did. They're taking control, and they're going to screw over a lot of people, and I don't like it at all. So I'm a big fan of going after those two at the very least.
That's a good point.
I would agree. We got screwed over by Maalethon and Firebrand pretty hard. Yeah. We are the patsies and outlaws and fugitives now of Theondir because of them.
Have you never been a fugitive before? Oh. Okay.
No, I have no history of ever breaking the law or
doing
have you
any
ever sort
been...
of.
Well, I've never really broken a law. Yeah, I've been more than break it, but you get used to it. But that is a good point. At
what
the very
gets us
least,
the most money?
Another good point. Money and getting revenge, justice.
Justice.
I'd be all right with
clear our names.
I mean, these guys are. I don't know. I mean, I've got to figure out what's going on with in my world, my tribe, and all this amulet thing. So the only way I can do that is to go through Maalethon and Firebrand. And by the way, I told Firebrand I'm coming after him. So I'm a man of my word.
You did before you threw away the communication device.
Exactly.
That's right. You did.
Hear me coming, man.
Get to think they can rule, just because they had some famous dad.
It's a bloodline thing, right?
Yeah. Yep.
They all think that they're the rightful line of succession, and
yeah, but as soon as some other offspring takes over, then the other two are going to be pissed. It's just going to go around in circles.
So let's use this.
I'll give them a reason to wipe them out.
Well, like we can use this chaos, use war, whatever the hell, and benefit from it, get some money out of it, figure out what's going on with the amulet and all this other shit.
Clear our names.
That disease, clear our names. And, try to have a little bit of fun while we're doing it.
Groggle, what do you think?
I want money.
Well, you're going to need some. You just downed like 6 beers, man. You better...
Money and booze.
What are your aspirations, Groggle? What do you want to do?
Money.
What do you want to be? What are you passionate about? Besides money.
I'll go wherever the money is.
That's your only reason? Just
Money and blood.
Yeah, mostly blood.
All right.
Do
So
this.
where do you stand on Maalethon and Firebrand then, Groggle?
Let's kill them all.
Kill them all. All right. Well,
They've got a lot of blood in them.
All right. So for the time being, then, stay the course.
We got to find out as much as we possibly can.
Yeah.
So we go in and we go in with information. We can't not have information. We can't go in blind. We could send Groggle out there as a advanced team to kind of fuck shit up, but we got to be smart about it.
Well, we don't know enough right now, so we'll learn more tomorrow. But one thing that's kind of concerning me is, and I don't know if this is a thing, it didn't really seem super difficult for us to get out of prison, did it?
I think
it
we
was
have
a
the Lord
fight.
of Light to thank for that, my friend.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that later. But
I wouldn't say it was easy.
it wasn't easy.
We were tortured.
But is
We
there
did
a
get
way
shot
for...
at by giant arrows.
I didn't get hit once. I don't know about you guys. My question
You're
is...
there. I was in the water being dragged.
My question is there a way for them to track us? I read in a book once that after a prison break from an evil empire, that a device or a spell was put on something that the prisoners had in their possession, and that was used to track them to their base. Now, I know it's fiction. It's a very good novel, by the way, but that brings the point. Is there, Bolin, Niv, is there some kind of magic that could track us, and they let us go on purpose so they could take down the knot? Would our arcane knowledge...
This is an interesting question. Why are you asking this question?
I'm worried that we were let go, just like in this book that I read.
On purpose.
On purpose, so that Maalethon can send an army to destroy this town. Now, I'm not particularly worried about the town or the people, because I don't know them.
What do we got on us? Could it be my amulet? Is that what you're
That's
kind
what
of
I'm wondering. Like,
Could be anything. You can enchant anything.
Yeah.
They had access to all of our equipment.
Well, how do we check?
Maalethon knows who we are. He could just scry on us like we just did to him.
Yeah. How much knowledge can you gain? How much knowledge did we gain about where he was? We just saw a very limited space, right?
If he scried on us, he'd be able to see us. I don't think he'd be able to discern specifically where we are.
Right.
Yeah, correct. I think he'd have a very limited view of you.
Yeah.
How long did it take us to get here?
It took you all the better part of the day, and then you slept the night, and then another better part of the day.
Mm-hmm.
So about 2 days riding.
So if he does know where we are, they're probably a day behind us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there could be a lot of shit going down tomorrow.
Unless of course they traveled all night. I mean, they got so why wouldn't they travel all night and push through?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I would think
Lah Miel, but
right. I would think the knot would have contingencies in place to check for that stuff. Maybe not. Yeah, right. Maybe not. But a location as secretive as this, I would hope they'd be smart enough to put those security precautions in place. But it's worth asking Lah Miel, and the council for that matter, tomorrow.
I didn't want to mention it tonight, but
well, yeah, unless
can we afford to wait?
Right.
Yeah. Now that we're talking about this, and you guys think that it might be an issue.
I don't have any way to check. I could in a few hours, but I can't do anything now.
After about 2 hours of discussion and drinking, suddenly you notice that a guard walks into the bar and looks around and sees all of you and immediately comes over to the table. And it's a female guard, and she says, "Is this the group that Lah Miel and Tycho has sent here?"
Indeed.
I have a message from Tycho. The Council of the Septimatriarch will be gathered tomorrow at noontime at the apex of the sun, and he requested for me to send a message to you that, assuming that you do have fine apparel left over from the Tri-Decade celebration, it would be good to adorn yourself in your best attire. Though neither the full nor final authority resides here, the council still deserves the most respect. So please dress in your finest tomorrow. And when you finish with your preparations in the morning, we will send some guards to pick you up. And with that, she bows and leaves the room.
Groggle, do you have anything nice to wear?
Wait, before
No,
she leaves,
'cause
can
he was
I
in
catch her before
jail.
she leaves?
Yeah, yep.
So can I ask her if we needed to get a message to Lah Miel, would you be able to deliver it to him?
I could see to it that Lah Miel receives it, yes.
What time is it right now?
Right now, you're pushing about midnight.
All right, so honestly, you guys, I mean, if we have really serious concerns about this, we've got to bring them up right now.
It's worth it.
Yeah.
It's worth
I mean,
Just
worth
give him a
waking
heads
him
up.
up, right?
yes, I mean, we got to talk to Lah Miel or somebody and say we have these big concerns, and either they go, "Oh, don't worry about it," or they're like, maybe what we need to do is we stay somewhere outside of the city, and if we're attacked, we're attacked.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
But they're going to want to attack the knot rather than us.
yeah, but the
gonna
thing is, they're
attack
going to
where
focus
the
on us. They're trying to
we
find
are.
No. They
We are
use
the
us as a
beacon.
way to find where the not are.
We're the homing
So-
device.
So
Right.
yeah, let's tell the guard.
Speaking of that, do we still have that communicator?
Nope.
No.
Okay, we got rid of that.
Caroline did a big FU and threw it in the river.
I'm coming for you, bitch. I have a certain set of skills.
So yeah,
You pitch for the twins.
tell the guard.
Better.
Tell the guard. Just let Miel know that it's possible that we're tracked. We are not sure.
Hold on, no. Don't tell her that. Just tell her that we need to see him.
Okay,
ASAP.
we want to see him. Is that what we want to tell her?
Yes.
Well, I mean, we should save as much time as possible, right? Let's let him know we potentially might have something that could track Maalethon to us, and just want to make sure that precautions are in
Defenses,
place
yep.
to
He might have somebody who can tell us whether there is
Right.
something on us.
exactly,
So we need to go with her and say, take us to Lah Miel right now.
or maybe just one of us. Maybe
Groggle.
Niv,
Well,
no.
Will one of you follow me then?
Niv and maybe Sora,
Niv and Sora?
or I don't know. I don't care.
No.
I'll
or
go.
Trago or
No.
Caroline.
I'll go.
Okay.
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 How do I get a hold of you guys, though? I mean, how do I...
Oh yeah.
I mean, none
Well,
of us really.
just come back and
This
How-
is a recipe for
if
disaster.
if you're not back in a couple hours, then we'll
Well, don't
start some
start
shit.
any
I don't know.
fights. Don't
Well, of
start
course
shit,
not,
won't
but I
be
mean, it's
shit.
like,
I'll go
what
with
happens
them.
if the sun goes down with you guys?
No, Groggle, let's drink.
Okay.
Put the
I'm
helmet
gonna-
on. The
Yeah,
bubble.
you go with. Let them know our concerns, and I'm gonna wave the innkeep or whatever down, and I want to get some
Yes,
sweet
sir.
cakes. I want to get some dessert, some sweet
yes,
cakes.
Yes. All right, I'll bring out the finest array of those for you, sir, immediately.
Make
And he
sure
goes back in
so you
and
don't say
begins to
sweet
work.
meats. Don't get the sweet meats.
So the guard leads who was it now? Caroline and
Sora.
Sora leads Caroline and Sora out of this place and around the platform, and once again up some long winding stairs that come around to another hut on the same settlement. And these are massive. There's many different platforms here. I mean, we're talking like hundreds of feet of platforms that stick out hundreds of feet with tons of buildings on them. So you can fit quite a lot of buildings here. She leads you up these spiral staircases, comes to another building, and it is the residence where Lah Miel is spending the evening. She knocks on the door, and Lah Miel opens the door. Seeing you, Caroline, and Sora, he says, "May I help you? What is it? What is it? Has something happened?"
Lah Miel, I apologize for waking you, but we have serious concerns about everything that happened. We have concerns that getting out of that, we may not have been allowed, or like we may have been allowed to leave the prison. We want to make sure that we're not being tracked and that Maalethon and such isn't able to find us and attack the town. So we need to know, one, if there's a way for you to help us to identify whether we are being tracked, and two, what preparations we can take to stave this off.
He looks up at you and laughs a little bit under his breath and says, "My friend, that you were allowed to leave, there is no doubt. That was indeed an easy escape for us. But you must also trust me that we have taken our precautions. Not only have we blindfolded by you, but we have taken magical means to make sure that you are not indeed tracked. Why you have been released by Maalethon, that remains to me a mystery. But I think your concerns about tracking are unfounded. You may rest well tonight, my friend."
Go
I
on.
wish I was there.
Yeah. How? Okay, so first of all, just let me say that I want that effort, man. I want him, and I want Firebrand even more so. And I need to know, how are we going to handle this? I mean, I don't know if we can trust you. We haven't been able to trust anybody. And two, I need to know what the plans are. And I don't know that we can wait until tomorrow. And I need to make sure that we're not bringing down a world of hurt on you guys.
I'm sure that you are able to trust the Septimatriarch.
Mm-hmm.
They have led us well to this point. But trust me, there are powerful spells that I and others know that can dispel magic. And we took our precautions. Do you think we are so foolish as to let anybody walk into this place? Trust me, we have taken care.
Okay.
Groggle's not there, but Lah Miel could basically end his life with a flip of a finger.
Oh dear. Okay.
That's a good thing I didn't go with then. Hey, can we get a 5-minute break, Matt?
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, because my phone's dying, so I got to plug it in anyways.
Let's take a 5-minute break and we'll pick it up from there. All right, guys. So Caroline now is just dismissed by Lah Miel, and he is now heading back. Lah Miel has turned in for the night. What would you like to do, Caroline? Here.
I want to go see Jenavyr.
Okay. You don't know where Jenavyr is staying for the night, actually.
Am I still with that guard?
You are with the guard, yeah.
Does the guard know?
The guard. Give me an insight check. She seems reticent to tell you anything.
21.
21. I mean, I think she does know. It seems like she's trying to hide something, but she's not going to tell you. Probably under orders.
So I can't persuade her. Like, look, I need to double check some things. And I say to her, Jenavyr and I, we had a good conversation, and I think I just need to make sure that something else isn't going on here. Although I trust Lah Miel, it's good to verify.
I'm sure that you can speak with Jenavyr tomorrow if you need to.
But give me a persuasion check anyway, for the heck of it.
Okay. 6.
6.
I do have orders, and those are to keep her safe for the evening.
Okay, can you take me back to where everybody else is?
She leads you back down the stairway and back to the main room, past these beautiful lit red lanterns, and takes you back into the archway. And there's Groggle enjoying his sweet cakes with Trago and a few more beers. It's now pushing on to about 1 in the morning. It's getting pretty late at this point.
So I tell them, paraphrase everything that Lah Miel told me, and I said, I'll say, I have no reason to think that he's lying or there's anything that we should be worried about, but at the same time, who knows?
While he's gone, Matt, can I give Trago back that piece of mirror he gave me? This was a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
And I forgot where I got it identified at, but I'll give it back to him.
That shard, that piece of mirror that you got, off of one of the bodies of the fighters that you destroyed up in JP Frenzine's establishment, if I recall correctly.
I'll just tell him. You asked me to look at this. I can't do anything with it yet or now. But if you true see with this, it tells you a possible future.
Do I need to cast a spell on it?
Yeah, but it's not whole. This is only a small piece of an entire mirror. And I think that the power, as powerful as this small piece is, the entire mirror will show you so much more. And I'll give him that shard.
All right.
So go ahead, Trago, write that back in your inventory. Then you have this shard of a mirror.
Mirror. All right.
Then are you going to send him the info, Matt?
Yep, I'll do that. I'll give him the info that you know.
Yeah, Menelaus ID'd it. Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna, as we go back to the room.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start my meditation, my trance, and pray to Lathander. I'm not going to ask for anything. I just want to thank him for everything he's done for us in the last 2 months. I just want to praise him and just be thankful that he's on our side. That's all.
As you go into your trance, Bolin, there's an aura of light that begins to move around your body. And the room where you're seated becomes a little bit brighter. The rest of you don't notice this. But after a couple seconds, you see what appears to be a shimmering figure standing before you. He looks down at you, Bolin. He says, "My good servant, I am glad to be at your service. I'm glad to have helped you in Theondir, and I trust that your loyalties will remain true."
My lord, I am your servant. Your light shines ever brighter every day, and I am ever thankful of all assistance that you provide to us.
And he bows, reaches down, puts his hand on your shoulder, and as he does that, the light dissipates.
Are we all in one room?
It's one very large room, yeah, with beds spread around on the sides of the room, yeah.
Okay. And I gave Dan that book. Yeah, I'm just going to sleep.
Okay. So you guys settle in for a good night of rest, and all of you sleep really well. You're finally in a place that's safe, that's secure, or you can actually get a full night of rest and you sleep hard. Bolin, you get your 4 hours of trance in, and then you're able to sort of wake up and to spend the rest of the time thinking, meditating, praying, doing sort of minor activities. And in the morning, you wake up and the smell of breakfast is pouring into your room from the restaurant, smells of bacon and fresh breads. And you're able to head out and to begin to eat some breakfast and get ready for the morning. And as you are eating your... Yeah.
Well, I thought I gave that book back to Chad.
Did you give it back to me?
Because I don't have it written down.
Okay.
The Ways of the Zincari?
When was that even?
That was a long time ago. I gave it to you. You probably gave it back to me after you learned the spells. Because that's where we got the spells from.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, never mind.
And as you guys sit down and enjoy your breakfast, you eat a good hearty meal. And after about an hour of eating your breakfast, once again, you have a couple of guards that enter. One of them is the guard from last night that you recognized. And they immediately say to you, we lost Daniel.
Oh, crap.
Back.
Oh, there he is. He's back.
I think I hit the wrong... Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Oh, there we go. Okay, I hit the wrong button, I guess.
Yeah, we can't see you, though.
No video, yeah.
There we go. Okay.
There you go. Yep. So the guards come up to you guys now when you're eating your breakfast, finishing your breakfast, and they come to you and request that you follow them in a half an hour to take you to the Council of the Septimatriarch. They request also that you please go ahead and get your finest clothing on, your apparel, and follow them. And they post themselves outside of the mess hall, the eating area, and wait for you. So you have about a half an hour to get ready.
So I'll go back to the room and put on my white official attire that I was using for the tri-decade celebration.
Well, I'll put on the druid cloak that Fast Fingers made for me.
Yep.
Do we want to give Groggle the bubble?
I don't know if that would be considered.
That's probably
attire.
not. Yeah.
I'm not putting the bubble on.
Maybe we can we maybe ask Groggle, are you averse to having somebody give you something else to wear?
Not the bubble.
Not the bubble. Maybe we ask the soldier to procure something a little more appropriate for this occasion.
I don't care. Groggle doesn't care.
How big is Groggle?
7 feet tall.
He's a big boy.
Like my.
I am. Hold on.
My cloak would be like a little dish rag.
I'm 6'10".
A little loincloth.
You can't use my cloak.
But you could turn it inside out so he would just blend in. In his midsection.
Is it morning now? Is that what's going on?
Yeah.
Because I was actually going to wear not my costume, but my fine clothes that I have.
Yep.
So I was going to say, Groggle could maybe try and fit into my other outfit, but...
I mean, it could. It'll be extremely short. Like on his arms, it'll be like up to here, and then his legs, it'll be a tight fit. It might rip a bit, but he could try it. Otherwise,
like a schoolboy uniform.
Your normal clothing as well.
I think he should just stick with what he's got.
I'm just gonna wear my normal clothing.
Okay.
Matt, what?
Eric, what do you have?
Just like I think like a tunic and.
Does this stuff fit over armor?
All of your costumes were made to fit over your armor.
Would my Duke's outfit fit over the clothes I wear when I'm doing my Duke stuff? Would that fit over armor?
I mean, if you have leather armor, yeah, I think you could make it fit. It'll be a bit tight, but yeah, it'll work.
I'll do that. Cloak inside out. Ducal signet on my finger.
Excellent. Yeah.
I'm going.
Okay. So the guards, when you guys finish up getting dressed and head out, the guards lead you out of the area. And instead of leading you across the majestic bridges that lead between the settlements, they actually take you around the back side of the tree, this massively stunning large tree. And on the other side, you see what looks to be like a 6-foot wide arm of the platform that branches off and juts out over the dark expanse below. And hanging there mysteriously, as if supported by nothing but the air itself, you see another round platform that is about 40 feet out. In the center of it sits this beautiful glowing orb of reddish light. It's spinning like a planet on its north and south axis. And around the orb, you see what looks to be floating these hundreds of smaller little glowing orbs, like planets almost, circling around this. And as you approach, the guards see you coming and that are standing next to this platform. And the other guards look at them and say that they have been summoned to the council. Please allow them through. And the guards standing next to you look and say to you, please, step out to the platform and grab hold of the white orbs that are orbiting, and you will immediately be transported to where you need to be for the day. And they step aside and allow you to walk onto this platform.
A Zoom meeting.
A Zoom meeting?
It's a Zoom meeting.
All right.
I don't know about this.
I'll grab an orb.
I'm in.
Okay. So you guys walk out, and as you come out, you see that these orbs are sort of moving around. This large reddish orb in the center. You grab one of these white orbs and you hold it in your hand. And as you grasp it in your palm, it begins to sort of vibrate into glow and bursts into a flash of light as the large orb likewise flashes in red. And suddenly, poof, you're transported away from this place.
Do the people that didn't grab the orb, do we see was there like a wisp that went off somewhere, or is it just disappeared?
There's like this flash of light, and then they just bamf out of there.
Okay.
Yeah, I kind of agree with Groggle. This is a little sketchy.
Yeah. Do we recognize is something that looks like an actual spell that I would recognize?
I mean, it doesn't seem anything super familiar to you. This looks like a different kind of magic than you've seen before. Ooh. But Bolin, you're gone. Who else is gone? Caroline is gone.
Niv, does this look like arcane to you? I don't recognize this at all.
I don't know. Does it look arcane, Matt?
Yeah. It's definitely some old magic here for sure.
We're so like
suspicious.
Yeah.
Who's all with us on the platform?
The guards are standing by the platform. Yeah, you guys are standing around this. So at this point,
around
it's
to
just
the guards.
three.
Are any of you coming with us?
We are staying on our post here.
But
Where
the
does-
council
Have
is
any
waiting.
of you used one of these before?
Yeah.
Of course. This is the quickest way to get around.
Are they telling the truth?
Yeah.
Give me an insight check there.
Bad.
14.
Way worse than that.
Absolutely telling the truth, Trigo. I mean, they seem extremely sincere. Niv, they also seem like they are telling the truth. They have nothing to hide from you, it seems.
Well,
All right. I look at Grog and I'll be like, all right.
and I just
yeah.
grab one.
I look at
Okay.
Grog and I'll be like, once this is all over, I'll buy you a couple beers, and I grab.
Grab one as well.
Mhm.
And immediately, both of you guys are bamfed out of there. Groggle, you're left standing there alone on the
And
platform.
immediately I realize that we should not have left Groggle alone with these guards. Fuck.
I'd grab an orb.
Yep.
Nice.
And likewise, you vanish. The three of you that just vanished, you suddenly appear right next to Caroline and Bolin, and you're standing around now what is a white orb. There's a whitish orb, and around this orb there are also floating all these other orbs that you saw before of different colors. There's red ones, there's orange ones, yellow ones, and so forth. But now you're standing by this white orb, and you look, and there in front of you is a archway with several guards standing in front of the large tree, and that you immediately recognize from yesterday when you visited the Ancient One. But now you are actually one level up than you were before. And the guards who are standing there look at you and beckon to you and say, please, this way. The council is prepared. Come quickly now. It is time. And they gesture for you to walk across the platform towards the massive trunk that you've been at the day before.
All right, I follow him.
Let's go.
Okay.
Yeah.
And as you guys approach the trunk, there's these two ornately carved wooden doors that are covered in these Celtic knot designs. And they push the doors open into what appears to be a corridor that leads into this tree. And in this corridor, you see that there's, on the left side, you see 8 banners of various colors moving from indigo up to red and then ending in white. And on the right side, you see what looks to be this continuous mural that has been carved into the wood that is leading along this corridor. And on the end of the corridor, you see 2 figures standing there, what appears to be a female and a male, waiting for you.
What is the mural?
You look up at the mural. Give me a quick history check.
Yes. 6.
Okay. I mean, you pick up a few things. I mean, there's a female figure there in the first one that's seems to be running away from a crowned figure. You see in the next section there's the female standing at a distance from a different stately figure with a crown on his head. This time she's holding a child in her arms, and in the next one you see the woman lying on the ground, and there's a child standing above her with a terrified look on her face. In the fourth picture you see there's a man being driven away from the walls of a city. This doesn't really mean a whole lot to you at this point. In the fifth one you see the same man that's perched up on some branches of an enormous tree, and carved into the tree are 7 orbs. And in the sixth one, you see an enormous orb with a lone figure standing in front of it, arms stretched out with hands placed on the orb. And in the seventh one, you see a globe-like shape with what appears to be a dragon of sorts wrapping around it. And on the head of the dragon rests an empty throne. None of this really means anything to you. You can at least see the pictures, but you don't really pick up any significance of it. And as you guys walk through the corridor, you immediately notice that standing there on the sides are Tycho and Jenavyr waiting for you. And Tycho immediately recognizes you and says, please, come with me. The council is waiting for us. And both of them push the doors open. And as they do that, all of you are immediately struck by how expansive the space is that is inside of this area. It's the inside of the trunk that you were yesterday, but one level up. It looks like it goes hundreds of feet into the air. And the smell of freshly hewn wood meets your nose with a breeze that's meandering its way through this chamber. And from the doors, an aisle leads directly to the center of the room. And on the inner ring, wrapping around a large stump that rests in the middle. And 6 or 7 feet up, there's another elevated outer ring with 7 ornately carved chairs, almost throne-like in nature, spaced out evenly around this. And there's various carved runes in them, with a silver medal adorned on the back of each chair near the top. And wrapping around this elevated outer platform is a text carved into the wood that is likewise filled with metal, but this time it appears to be melted gold that wraps around the entire area. And it's written in an older form of Elvish, followed by an older form of Draconian. I know, Caroline, you understand Draconian. Anyone else understand Elvish?
I do.
Nope.
Okay. And as you guys look at this, Caroline and Bolin, what it says wrapped around in Elvish and Draconian is this. It says, the spectrum still hides in the shade.
The spectrum. Do we know what that means? Like the light spectrum?
The spectrum still hides in the shade. As you're pondering this, Caroline, you're brought back to the central city of Theondir, to the monument. Mm-hmm. And you remember that you were struck by this monument when you entered the center city. And there was a poem on it that comes to your mind. The first and second stanza were this: with the breath of Bahamut a kingdom is born, whose radiant light will never fade. And though death lies at root of an age long forlorn, the spectrum still hides in the shade. You immediately remember that.
So I'll mention that to Bolin.
Yep.
Does Bolin, you got anything? Anything come to mind? Spectrum.
Spectrum refers to colors, and there are all these different colors of these 7 villages, right? The Nod is hiding from the greater empire. So something about these villages, the knot, the secrecy around it, them hiding in this tree village or tree city. I don't know.
Or it could even it could be like a sociological like spectrum of like diversity hides within all of us. We just don't see it in the light. I don't know.
And as you guys are contemplating this and thinking, you suddenly hear this deep thud. As you turn around and look, and suddenly you see that there are 7 doors behind these 7 thrones swing open, and immediately these 7 figures walk out with 2 guards on them. They are adorned entirely in white. The guards take positions next to each of these thrones, and the figures move out and sit onto this throne. And as they sit down, there's another thud as the doors close behind, and you notice a slight glow of light in the middle of the stump. And you notice, Bolin, a small shoot begins to grow up in the middle, a small green shoot of life. And it begins to grow larger and larger, turning into something of a tree. As it begins to grow even larger up into the sky, now the size of the stump itself, it branches going up, arching over, coming down, and completely sealing off this area with branches and with intertwining roots. And immediately in the center of this trunk, you see the hollow of the trunk begins to form a white orb moving outward, which moves larger and larger, becoming the same size as the trunk itself. And when it gets to the same size as the trunk, suddenly 7 beams of light shoot out from this orb, striking the robes of each of these figures, and they begin immediately to glow in 7 colors: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. And you are now standing in the presence of the Septim Matriarch. The woman in the red robe immediately stands to her feet. Master Terravyn, you have summoned us with haste, and therefore we shall not be careless with your precious time. Formalities will need to wait. Please enlighten us with your concerns. And Tycho addresses the Ancient One, the Council of the Septim Matriarch, and he gives you an accounting of everything that has happened in the last couple days, going all the way back to you guys being taken out of Theondir Keep, the assassination of Tyrius, the involvement of Tanglebriar and the Druids, the rescue of you guys from Theondir Keep, the undead attack in the Great Fellinda Forest, the scrying revelation about Maalethon's allegiances to the mainland of King Fellwind. And he concludes by saying, and with this information we now come before you in need of wisdom, guidance, and counsel. And with that he bows honorably before the council, writing himself up. And this time he gestures to all of you. I present to you our guests, whose fate, it seems, is interwoven into our own tangled story. And the woman in red looks each of you up and down for a few seconds before saying, please identify yourselves.
I step forward, give him my best nobleman's bow. Triangle Tegel at your service. And then I step back.
I'll step up and I tell who I am, introduce Sora, and bow and offer our services. Step back.
I'll step forward
step
and
Go ahead.
Bolin Faze-Ragath, humble servant of the Lord of Light.
As you step forward, Bolin, you notice that the lady who is adorned in orange begins to look at you rather suspiciously as you step back.
Do I recognize her?
You don't, actually. You haven't seen her before.
Does she look concerned, or does she look more intrigued?
She looks a bit concerned and perplexed. Intrigued would not be the expression I would say. Perhaps
Okay.
concerned.
You said orange. She's part of the Orange Clan?
Do any of us notice this happen?
Yeah.
Give me a quick perception check, you guys, the rest of you.
19.
You do notice her react. The rest of them are sitting rather stately without much reaction, but you do notice that she does cast a look at you.
I had a 16 on that, so.
You notice as well, yeah.
Is she looking at Bolin specifically?
Yep, specifically Bolin. Yeah. And at this point, she before you, Niv, or Groggle even have a chance, she jumps to her feet, and she says, "My sincere apologies, but I am in serious doubt, Master Terravyn, of your judgment. What reason do we have to trust these individuals? How do we know who they are? Charged with killing Tyrius, and yet able to make such an easy escape. It seems that Maalethon wanted them to leave." And once again, Bolin, she turns to you. Where do your loyalties really lie?
I'm going to pull out the ring. I do still have the ring, right? I
You
didn't
still
give
do
that
have the
to
ring,
you?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll pull out the ring. Show it to the group. And I'll say, oh crap, what was his name? I wrote it down. The guy who gave it to me.
Helge.
Helge.
I guess.
Helge entrusted this to me. And I believe that's all the validation you require.
Helge gave this to you. Helge of the Zincari.
Do you know any other Helge?
Very well. I have overstepped myself, she says. She steps back and sits down again. At this point, the woman in green slowly rises to her feet, looking at all of you. You report meeting undead in the forest of Falendar. Undead have not been in these parts for generations. This is a new occurrence and a troublesome shift. What does this mean? And moreover, we have lost several of our finest men, but not one of you in the group has received even a scratch in the forest. Curious, I think. What powers do you possess that our people do not? What do you know of the undead?
Undead?
I'll step forward. Like, I'm Niv, by the way. Hello. We got our asses kicked multiple times back in the city. We're here to get answers from you guys.
And also, we did get hurt. Who got... Like, 2 people almost died, didn't you? That I had to save with the poison, with the antidote? In that battle?
That was
right.
That was...
their guards.
No,
That was
I
the
saved 2 of
you
our
saved them.
guys, and then I had 1 potion left, and I gave it to their Basiquin, which I'm going to also bring up. I saved one of your boys. So don't sit there saying that we're not injured. I mean, I didn't get injured because I'm good, but we're just trained better.
Do we have our weapons on us, Matt?
Your weapons are
Okay,
still
well,
on you. Yeah, correct.
So hold on, I'll stop and say, wait, I should tell you that this, and I'll hold up my amulet, much like Bolin held up his ring, and I'll say, this is an amulet that comes from my tribe, and I've learned that it can help me stop undead. It can help me push them away. It can help when I say certain words. I can push them so they don't attack us anymore, and that's one of the main reasons why we were able to survive so well. But it doesn't mean that we weren't injured. It just means that I have a bit of control over them.
The lady in the violet immediately jumps to her feet when you pull out this amulet, and she says, I do not recognize half of it, but the other half comes from Harrington himself. I do recognize that amulet. And this concerns me. Harrington, as you may know him as Greywater or Tanglebriar, he has apparently sided with the Druids to carry out the will of Maalethon. Previously, we have attempted to assassinate him in Vino Veritas. But as I understand, that was prevented by all of you. And now you have his amulet with you.
So Harrington,
once again, I wonder where your loyalties lie. Tanglebriar is still afoot, and even more concerning is that he knows the whereabouts of this place. He has knowledge of this. Trusting his loyalties will not fall upon bad soil is a gamble that we do not have the luxury to take. So once again, where do your loyalties lie? She looks at you, Caroline.
Matt, I thought that the amulet I had, they were fused together.
Yeah.
But I thought they broke apart at one point.
Once the blade was
destroyed. And I thought we only had, it was back to just what I got from my tribe's village.
Oh, there was a burst of light when the sword was thrown at your feet, but the amulet's still together in one piece. It's still fused together. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hey Matt, Groggle's going to step up and say, I pledge allegiance to whoever pays me the most.
The lady in yellow steps forward to you and says, my half-orc, your spirit is what we need at this point. The rest of this questioning is pointless. We do not have the luxury of time. If what Lah Miel has seen is correct, Maalethon is siding with Fellwind. We have to act now. We have the support we need here. This group can serve our needs.
I tell her that despite what everybody else decides to do, I'm in. No more questions from me.
And the rest of you, says the woman, who steps
Don't you want to get some money? Promises first, Groggle?
Nope, because if I don't get money, I'll take it.
It's true.
Fair enough.
But Niv does bring up a good point. What really is in it for us?
Well, we got to clear our name, dude. If nothing else.
Besides clearing our name, we can leave and never
where?
come back, and then world's a big place, man.
Yeah, Session 19, end of the campaign.
Yeah, you could change our names. I've changed my name a dozen times before.
So what are you suggesting? The lady in blue suddenly stands forward and says, I suggest we send them to Ildrox. He is perhaps a potential force of opposition within Theondir. He does not seem so keen on turning over the orb of Zincari without a fight. Of course, his loyalties, his plans, his strategies are unclear and uncertain at this point, but our dependence upon him should therefore not be total. The lady of Indigo also stands up, joining the group, finally jumps in. For all we know, Ildrox has himself already begun the search for the Vambraces. He, more than any other, has the greatest insight into their whereabouts. Unfortunately, he must assume that Fellwind is already 2 steps ahead of everyone else in this endeavor. The Knot alone should be the keepers of the stones of Silas and Eldian. I suggest we send the group to them with this half-orc as their leader. The woman in yellow steps forward and says, I do not believe that is a good idea. I do not believe that is a good idea. We need to investigate the undead. The undead is where our focus needs to be at this point.
What is
Caroline?
I step forward. First of all, Groggle is probably one of the best fighters I've ever seen. Maybe not the best to lead, but mostly I want to know why you particularly believe that the Vambraces and all the stuff belong to the Knot. Why should the Knot rule over everybody instead of shit? No, I'm blanking on the name. The other two people.
Over King Fellwind or over
Fellwind and
now Maalethon, who is taking over power.
How far
Why
away
is
is
it not?
how far away is he from me, Matt?
I mean, there's a platform up about 6 or 7 feet, and then she's
No.
another
How
good-
far away is Chad from me?
Oh, Trago. He's right next to you.
I push him. I just shove him.
Okay.
He goes
Yeah.
35 feet.
He immediately falls over. Yeah.
Any
when this
damage?
happens.
No, I attempt to use my acrobatics to make it look really cool.
Give me a dexterity check.
Just straight
Acrobatics
dex.
check.
Dexterity saving throw.
Saving throw. Is that
Saving throw.
That's good. That's 15. What's my saving throw? Oh, my. 7 for a dex. A +7 for dex. Does that sound right?
If you got a 20,
Yeah.
Saving
Yeah, it
saving
could be.
throw?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so 22.
22. Okay, as Groggle pushes you, you do this like incredibly impressive move where you do like a backflip and then roll out and stand up. And as you come to your feet, the lady in red stands up and says,
Superstar!
"Stop! This is enough. This is enough. Enough of the bickering. We need to come to a decision. What is it that we are looking at? What are the decisions that need to be made?" Master Terravyn, he steps forward. "It seems to me there are several courses of action at this point. We may pay a visit to Ildrox. That is one of them. We may go and begin to shadow and investigate Maalethon. That is another option. We need to perhaps hunt down Harrington or Greywater, as you know him. Perhaps the hunt for the Vambraces needs to begin. Perhaps we need to investigate the Undead. Perhaps we need to pay a visit to the mines. Of these things, I cannot make a decision here.
There's your dungeon crawl, Eric.
I will leave this to the group to decide, and we will plan accordingly." And then he turns to all of you. "My group, I assume that you have good intentions here. I promise you that you will be rewarded handsomely if you aid us in this."
So
and I step forward and I do that to my chest and I say, "I'll be the leader of this group."
All right, so I'm going to step forward, and Thora will come next to me, and she'll sit next to me, and I'll put my hand on her head, and I'll say, "Is it my assumption? Is it fair for me to say that Fellwind or Phelan or Fucknugget, whatever his name is, taking over Theondir is of nobody's best interest?"
The lady in red, Lady Rubera, nods to you and says, "Of that you are correct, my friend Dragonborn."
So then, is it fair for me to say then that Maalethon is like in charge of everything? He is like the kind of the linchpin of all this, and that if we were to get with Ildrox, if we can get with Ildrox, we can find a way, we can sneak in and work with him directly, that we could possibly overthrow or push back, destroy Maalethon, and keep Fellwind from taking over.
Did you just
Tycho
blow a
turns
kiss
to
at
you.
Dan?
That was it, my wife.
Oh.
Tycho turns to you, Caroline, and says, "Caroline, if this is indeed what you would like, we can aid you in getting back into the city, if that is what you would like."
That's not, no, I'm not saying what I like. I need to know from you guys.
There are many
That's what
courses of action here. I cannot choose for you which is the best. But trust me, if you do not pursue these courses of action, we will pursue them ourselves.
I gotta tell you, if you guys can't choose what course of action is most important right now, I don't even know what we're doing here.
Jenavyr steps forward at this point, and she says, "My most important course of action will be to hunt down Harrington and to kill him. Last time we failed, largely because of you.
I think that was my bad.
Yeah, that was you.
That was
Harrington.
And to
mostly
be
me.
fair, I did beat up one guy and held him down for like 30 seconds.
The sack of flour beat him up.
And I'm like 60 pounds, so you gotta send better people next time.
And the lady in red looks to Jenavyr and says, "Very well, Jenavyr. We send you off with a group of the Knot to hunt down Harrington, and when you find him, you are to finish the job that you were not able to carry out before."
Hold on,
Harrington,
wait a minute. I don't think Harrington's what good is killing him? How would that save like the bigger picture? I don't understand. Explain that.
Harrington knows the whereabouts of this place, and we do not trust his loyalties.
If he knows where this place is, why hasn't anyone from Theondir come? They know where you guys are. It doesn't make any sense.
Where Harrington's loyalties lie, I do not know.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps he has not been paid enough. He seems to be easily swayed by gold.
So why don't you guys just pay him more?
Harrington has long ago left us. The only course of action now for us is to find him. Jenavyr, we will send you out. Gather yourselves up with a group of soldiers and head out immediately. You will be able to hunt down Harrington Greywater. We send you out on that. And Jenavyr bows deeply and leaves the council to head out to try to find Greywater.
And
so I'm going to whisper to Groggle real quick. They didn't pay Greywater. Why would you think they're going to pay us?
Oh crap!
No. You're sowing doubt. Oh no.
I turn around and say, "Where's our guarantee we get paid?"
What do you need for a guarantee, my half-orc friend?
500 right now.
500 what?
Gold pieces.
And I platinum.
You say that to me, or are you?
Yes.
500 platinum pieces right now.
Love it. Love
That's
it.
awesome.
And I pull out my Morning Star.
Give me a persuasion check, Groggle. With advantage, because you have your Morning Star. I'll say that's very helpful for persuading.
Nope.
Boy.
15.
My half-orc friend, this is indeed important things that we are talking about. The money we do not have on us now, but I can promise you this.
Get it.
Tomorrow
Get it right
morning.
Now. Get it right now.
Tomorrow morning when you leave. Tomorrow morning when you
No.
leave, you will have your platinum with you.
Groggle, how about 100 right now? In the morning, they can get the rest. 100 platinum now.
All 500 right now.
Oh dear. Okay.
Oh boy.
Okay.
The group
Groggle,
is a collective sigh.
Groggle, I'm going to turn to Groggle and say, Groggle, my friend, I totally am with you. 500 platinum is the least they can offer us for this.
Someone's got to try to persuade me.
I'm
Wait,
doing
hold
it
on,
right
hold
now.
on.
I'm
Hold
doing
on.
it.
I was like,
Hold on.
wait,
Time out.
stop.
We haven't even decided what we're gonna do. Let's table the carnage and killing until we know what
Yeah,
we're
we
doing.
might be able to charge more.
Yeah, we might get
No,
more.
500 is just up front, and I want it right now, no matter what we do.
Yeah.
I want it right now, no matter what we
Negotiating.
do.
Groggle.
You
will
have to do that with the dice, Chad. I'm not.
I'm in. I'm going to try to talk some sense to them.
Okay, give me a persuasion check, all of you who want to talk to Groggle.
All
Everybody.
I am
Okay.
stepping back. I'm in the back of the room.
That's a good roll.
So-
All right.
I got a 13.
13?
My
Okay.
persuasion is pretty good, so I have a 20. No, wait, no. It's 23.
Okay, so Caroline, you don't really hear his words at all, Groggle, but Trago's able somehow to talk to you to calm you down a little bit, and you're able to listen to his words. Trago, go ahead and say what you want to say to Groggle.
This is what we call negotiating. We'll get something out of this up front, a guarantee. So first we have to figure out what we're actually doing, and then we work towards the money from there.
Groggle, keep in mind, too, that we
Oh,
couldn't
the
possibly
dice
carry
don't lie.
500 platinum. We couldn't possibly carry 500 platinum on us right now. And go do what we got to do.
You find it fairly persuasive, Groggle.
Yeah, and he shouldn't have said that because I was persuaded. And now I'm 6'10". I can carry 500 pieces of platinum.
How much does platinum weigh?
We're not concerned about that.
Yeah.
Chad rolled the dice. I'm good. I'll back off.
My friends,
So,
if I could interject,
Please do.
what role does the undead have in all of this?
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Why is this such a large concern at this point to bring into this conversation?
The Lady Latius, the one in yellow, steps forward and says, "A very good question. We are wondering that ourselves. For several generations, we have never seen undead in these forests. We have never seen them in the mines of Kaloum. And suddenly now, within the last few days, undead have suddenly begun to move through these forests. That is concerning. We have the same questions. What do you have to say?
We got to get the Maalethon.
Greywater's amulet, because Greywater's amulet reacts to undead.
No, that's Carolon's amulet.
I got it.
Greywater's amulet reacted to the Blade of the Triumvirate.
Didn't they fuse together?
Yeah, so it's Greywater. It's Carolyn's amulet that responds to undead, though. Yeah, that's correct.
Okay.
Okay, so but if they fuse together, wouldn't they be interrelated somehow?
Yeah, so there's like two halves that came together, like a yin and a yang, and the halves react in different ways depending on the situation.
Yeah, so there's got to be a connection.
A connection between the Blade of the Triumvirate and the Undead? Huh. That's very true. Does that track with arcane knowledge?
Give me an Arcana check.
Or is that like pseudoscience where it sounds right, but it's completely wrong? 11. Okay, I do have decent Arcana.
Matt, as he's doing that, I'm going to ask whoever, what kind of treasure is in this cave with the undead?
What cave with the undead?
The mines
the mines.
Or the mines, I'm assuming.
Mines of Callahun. Those have been sealed long ago.
Go time.
Was that the strip mine we passed?
That was the strip mine that you passed. And as you moved past there, Carolyn's amulet exploded.
Yeah, it went crazy.
But didn't we see action down there? Didn't someone notice action in the mine?
I thought we did. I thought there was stuff going on.
Yeah.
The undead spiders, remember?
Was that
spiders
Sora?
and the wolves?
Yeah.
The undead spiders and wolves attacked us.
In the forest, yes.
In the forest.
One of you, I believe it was Niv, noticed a flock of crows flying above the mines when you walked past there.
Didn't
the druids.
Didn't they say Tanglebriar, Greywater is aligned with the druids? Do I remember that right? Did you say
correct.
that, Matt?
Yeah.
So Niv, your theory may pan out. Greywater may somehow be connected to the mine, the undead.
And the druids are connected to it?
And the druids seem to be connected somehow with the undead, which are connected to Greywater, who is connected to Maalethon, who is connected to Fellwind.
7 degrees of Kevin.
It goes all the way, man. All the way to the top.
Matt, I rolled a 17 on whether or not I like the thing could be together. Yeah, the Arcana check.
In your studies, Trego, you do remember that the Blade of Triumvirate was the blade that Saegard had and used. And it was also the blade that he used in a decisive fight against an undead queen long ago. Beyond that, you don't know anything else. So there is a connection to undead. The blade was in fact used.
Remind me?
The blade of the Triumvirate was the blade that was used to assassinate Tyrius.
All right, we got to go get Maalethon, man. We got to go get this guy, and we got to torture the shit out of him. And
I completely agree, Carolyn.
I just don't think yet.
However, the mine may hold some keys, weapons, armor, magical items that could give us an advantage. We know Maalethon is extremely powerful.
He doesn't.
The mine might provide some answers or advantages to us that we may not have otherwise been able to get at if we go straight for the jugular.
Then let's go get Firebrand. Let's go yank Firebrand and
throwing
drag
this
it back.
out there. Is Maalethon conspiracy theory time, false flag sort of thing? If he's got the blade that can kill undead, he brings back a bunch of undead, kills them, everyone loves him, and bam, he's the new ruler.
Matt, do I remember right that when Maalethon stabbed Tyrius with the blade, did it explode? Did it it was destroyed, wasn't it?
Yeah, what Maalethon did was he sliced the
Sliced his
throat
throat,
of Tyrius,
Right.
threw him on the ground, and threw the blade at your feet. At which point there was this flash of light, and he bamfed out of the room up to the balcony and called in the soldiers at that point.
And none of us actually grabbed the blade.
Grab the blade.
No, the blade is still
Fudge.
Okay.
is still with Maalethon.
Okay.
Yes,
That
none of
was
you grabbed the
that-
blade.
That was
Well, we wouldn't have been able to keep it. They would have taken it from us.
right. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Okay, so the
Holy
blade
crap, this is
still
getting good.
exists.
This is
The
getting
blade
good.
is
Yeah,
still
the blade is still there. Apparently, in
Well,
Maalethon's control.
So Bolin, I agree with you. However, I think that we need an ally on the inside. We need Ildrox, because if the whatchamajiggers, the Ferengi or whatever they are, the magicians, if they
Zincari.
Zincari, there it is.
Welcome to Star Trek.
Oh wow, I'm impressed that you actually know what
Eric.
that is, Eric.
Is
Eric
it
just
nice
showed his
one?
cards with that
Nerd.
reference.
Talk about social comment or social nods. Anyway,
Yeah.
social. So if we can get him, if he falls,
Oh, gosh, this is good.
if he falls, that's like the only magic within Theondir that is like holding back Maalethon. I mean, Maalethon, they need that to happen. They need it to fall, and that guy is in a world of hurt.
Yeah, but if they don't even know that Maalethon's a bad guy, he's gonna help protect the city anyways.
Can I ask the council's still there? They're listening
Yeah,
to all of us.
they're
bicker
listening
back
to
and
your
forth, right?
discussion. Yes, waiting
Shut up,
patiently
women,
for you
shut
to
up.
make a decision about your courses of action.
We're all
Oh,
just
Matt,
like huddled
Matt.
together for like
Yeah.
15, 20 minutes.
Can
just whispering.
any of you on the council, do any of you have the ear of Ildrox to warn him of what's happening? To persuade him or talk to him?
Come here. I mean, he's such this amazing magician. Can he just come here?
The woman in the red once again steps forward, Lady Rubert, and she says, "I believe the Ancient One has been in contact with Ildrox,
Who's
and
the
he
ancient?
is in need of our support as much as anyone else."
Do we know who the Ancient One is?
Yeah, that was
know
the,
that?
The tree.
That was the tree folk that you
Okay.
talked with the day before. Yeah,
Silas, the Spirit of Silas, or something,
Silas,
right?
yeah. Or the Spirit of Saegard.
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 Yes. Do we
I
know
think we need to
what
check
his
that.
response was? Do we know what his intentions are? Ildrox, if the Ancient One has spoken to him, has the Ancient One conveyed that conversation to you?
And the lady Viridis, the one in green, steps forward and says, "Yes, we do know that Ildrox is under strain and pressure, but as I have said before or intimated before, I'm not entirely sure that we can trust his intentions. We do not know his plans. We do not know his strategy. We do know that he is standing firm, that Maalethon seems to be making a move on the Zincari. He may need our support, but at this point, I don't know what we can do."
And would it be
Send it in the
would it-
18, baby.
yeah. Would it be safe to say that one of the major barriers for Maalethon to be attacking the Zincari is the peridot dust and the dome? Is that like central to the Zincari's defense?
What's stopping him from invading him
Yeah, just
this
going all
very
in.
moment?
I mean, you know when you've been walking around in Theondir. I mean, when you came to Theondir, and also when you went to the Zincari Academy the last couple times and unsuccessfully came through. I mean, you know, as long as the Orb of Zincaris is there, as long as that is being is held firm by the Zincari, they have an island of protection.
Okay. So
Are
as
they-
long as they don't
they should be
acquire too
strong
much
enough.
dust to get through, because they need the peridot dust to get through the barrier.
Is
Well,
the
as long-
council or anybody else able to communicate with Ildrox? Can we communicate with him through them?
You can ask them.
I will. I just did.
Okay.
We do not have contact with Ildrox. The Ancient One has had contact, but things have gone strangely silent in the last few days.
Crap.
So
Matt.
even if we wanted to talk to him, we couldn't. Even if we wanted to get into the Zincari Academy, we can't.
The only way that you would be able to speak to him is to actually visit him in person.
Shit.
Do we still have the
Probably.
egg?
And Tycho turns to you and says,
Yeah, we still have the egg.
I have
Yeah.
the possibilities of getting you into Theondir, if that is your course of action.
Seems like a bad
Hold on.
idea.
Hold on.
Matt,
We are.
Matt, this is where I say I'm going to the mines either way.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you have?
Struggles made his mind up, yes?
I'm asking. Do you have someone else? Has anybody here actually spoken to Ildrox? Does anybody actually know him? Any kind of relationship, or is it all like everybody here is just going to be a brand new person to him?
He just told you that
He
there's
said
no way to
the only one
communicate.
is the Ancient One.
But nobody's
Ancient
even
one is
like
the only
met
one.
him. They don't even. Does anybody
No.
know what he looks like?
Seen a picture of him? Yeah.
Picture?
That,
nothing.
Chad, that's why Matt's pulling a DM move here.
Yeah, no, I know.
Ildrox.
Ildrox has kept himself rather aloof at this point, yeah.
So at this point, it doesn't matter whether it's us that goes to Ildrox or anybody else. He doesn't know us. We don't know him.
It does, though, because if we go to him, it's a bunch of criminals trying to get back into a city
Yeah,
we just attacked
exactly.
the mayor of.
So we've already sent somebody
We
after.
do not need to be dealing with Ildrox
Yeah.
or Theondir right now.
We sent somebody after what's his butt. We don't even know where Maalethon or Firebrand is. We don't know how to find where they are. We don't know anything about Ildrox. The only thing we do know that we actually have any intel on is the mine.
The lady in orange, Lady Arentius, who was initially suspicious of you, Bolin, but you presented the ring to her, she steps forth at this point and says, but you do have perichoresis that you received from Helge. That is an important artifact for the Zincari. I'm sure that Ildrox would be interested in how you came to possess that.
Important in what way? What do they want with it?
Yeah, do we want to take it back to the city?
Yeah.
And Lady Viridus in green stands up and says, I think the half-orc is correct. The undead need to be pursued. The mines of Kaloum seem to be the course of action.
I turn to her and I say, what is the greatest danger from the undead? You can handle the undead, right? I mean, what's all the fear from this? Not that they're scary.
At this point, we seem to be able to handle them. But it seems that a great force is moving. If they continue to increase, we may not be able to withstand them for very long.
What great force? I mean, you must have some idea.
Of that, I'm not sure. But there has been a shift in the tides. We've felt it. We've sensed it.
How far is this mine?
It's about a day ride.
Is there any way that we could get there quicker? Any druids have the magic or any casters? Could we get there right away?
Tycho turns to you and says, we can provide you with horses. You'd be able to get there fairly quickly. It would still be about a half a day ride to the mines.
And is there some sort of device we could use to communicate back to you? Or Jenavyr, who is going after Greywater? Something that we could stay in contact with the broader council, or...
I gotta tell you, I'll turn to them and say, guys, I gotta tell you, I think Jenavyr is gonna go to the same damn place that we're gonna go if we go to the mines.
Jenavyr is going after
Greywater.
Right, but
You think Greywater's at the mines?
Did
Yes.
Jenavyr leave, Matt?
Jennifer left, yeah, she left.
Well, then she's just ahead of herself.
Yeah. Do you have any way to communicate? Can we send a runner to stop her to ask her where
I
she's
suppose-
actually going?
I can
It's
send
only
a
been,
message
like-
now.
If you have a message, you could message her.
I can send a
Tycho says
message
you.
to her now. So I suppose we could communicate with her if we wanted to.
Are the council members? Are they like not wizards? Are they like just normal people?
Yeah, they are. They're normal people who have authority in this place for sure.
Is Lah Miel here?
Lah Miel is not here at this point. No, it's
But
just
he doesn't. He
Tycho.
didn't mention that he had a way to send a message anyway. We asked last night, so. Do we
At
want
this
to
point,
confirm
Lady Rubert is getting rather restless. Stands up and says, "Please, we need to make a decision soon. We do not have the luxury of time."
Okay.
Why, so I turn to her and say, "Why not? What's the overall issue here? I mean, what happens if we just walk away? What are you gonna do? I mean, why do you need us? You got all this."
Tycho turns to you, Caroline, and says, "The reason that you are here is because somehow I believe that your story is interwoven with ours. Fate has brought you here. Fate has given you that ring. Fate has allowed you to escape from Theondir. There's much more to your story. Your story does not end yet.
You know, I'm pretty sure Maalethon said almost those exact words to us. Are you the big bad guy of this? What's going on?
He did say
here?
almost the exact same words to you, Maalethon. Yeah.
And you didn't answer my question.
Ooh.
You are always free to leave. But if you want to fight for justice, for goodness, Caroline, if you want answers to your own story, I suggest that you fight with us. Because when Fellwind comes, when he runs over this island, there will be nothing left to fight for.
Insight check.
Go
Is
ahead.
she telling the truth? Is she being authentic?
Give me an insight check.
13.
9.
It seems like she's telling the truth, yeah.
Right.
I want Maalethon. I want him like bad.
Well, that obviously is our end game. Maalethon and Firebrand, and what's the third guy's name? That has 6 different names. That's
Greywater.
all right.
Greywater.
Greywater. So we
Caroline,
need
I
info
share.
on,
I share
we need
in
info
your.
on all 3 people.
So I'm going to turn to her and I'm going to say, this is what I'm concerned about. When we finally get a hold of Greywater, when Jenavyr finally gets a hold of him, he turns to her or us, whatever, and says, "Oh yeah, but these people over here, you guys are doing whatever." I need all of the info. I need you to be straight up and honest with me because we've been effed over so many times. I'm sick of it.
Would any of you be averse to me making things a little more honest? And I cast Zone of Truth.
As I back away.
Yeah, I'm gonna back up too.
As you
No, I
wish. And Lady Rubert in the red steps confidently into the circle with you. What would you
about
like to know?
What about the lady in orange?
She doesn't step in.
Uh-huh.
I'd ask that all of you step into the zone. Step into the circle.
Lady Rubert gathers the rest of them. And reluctantly, they all stand and step into the zone around you. Now, there is a circle around you, Bolin, standing in the center, and there are 7 ladies in colored robes standing around you. The robes are glimmering and shimmering in these beautiful lights.
We all have 10 minutes in the zone. Ask any question you want.
Who has a crush on who?
Everyone's got a Groggle crush.
Everybody's eyes divert straight to Groggle.
So I turn to them. I say, "Who is Greywater? Who is he really?"
Greywater Harrington used to be one of us. He used to be a rather high-profile member of the Knot.
Who is speaking?
The Lady Rubert, the lady in red. Yes. But there was a falling out with him, and he left us.
Why? What was the falling out?
At one point, Harrington was meant
to marry Jenavyr. They were betrothed. But somehow in the process of the betrothal, Harrington, in fact, fell among the wrong people. He became influenced by them, started to take money and favors from the seedier sides of Theondir. And before we knew it, his loyalties were no longer with the Knot, but to the highest bidder. And at that point, we had to banish him. We regret that banishment. We should have killed him immediately. But Jenavyr initially would not have it.
So now you sent her out to kill him?
Who better?
Several years have changed hearts, my friend.
Is the Knot and all of yours true intention peace and not power?
Is there a difference, my friend?
Yes.
Answer the question.
Is not peace the result of power? Does not power lead to peace when it is power that seeks peace?
Let me ask this. Is the Knot's true intention not authoritarian power, iron fist power, but freedom and prosperity?
Don't give him the answer. Just say, what is the Knot's true intention?
Indeed, what else? She says to you, Bolin.
And say it out loud. I need to know. I mean, what is the Knot's true intention?
Our intention is to restore the true line from Thaldan and Heleth. The line that runs through their son Silas, who was skeptical of power from the beginning. That runs through the maiden, Finn-Dahlah, the mother of Saegard. That is the true line. And that is not a line of dictators. It is not a line of power. It is not a line of oppressors like Tyrius has become in the last 30 years. But rather, it is a line of peace, of hope, of light. And from the destruction of these other two empires comes life.
Are there any questions you wish to ask of us? You are all very skeptical of our intentions. What else can we provide to you?
To you,
make you...
who cast a spell, where do your loyalties lie?
My loyalties are that of peace, justice, freedom. But more than that, the Lord of Light has granted me all that I could possibly ever want for.
Very well. Then our paths converge, and we have a shared goal. Let us work together instead of against each other.
Do you trust Jenavyr?
We do. Do you?
I don't know her well enough. Just seems a little odd to send her out alone to gather up her former betrothed.
And Tycho steps in at this point and he says, "We have not sent her alone. We would not do that. She has some of the most elite soldiers of us joining her, but you underestimate severely my sister. Though I, Tycho, seem to be the figurehead of this leadership, she is in fact the true power of the Knot. She doesn't quite know that yet herself, but she is."
Where is she headed? I mean, what does she have an idea where Greywater is? That she's just able to get up and go, or what? You can't just go in a direction and hope that you find him.
I think she's heading back to Theondir. That's where Greywater was seen last. I'm sure she will find
You
him.
can confirm that with Bolin. But let me ask you this. Are you willing to spill innocent blood to come to peace? Are you willing to kill innocent people? Because that's what's going to happen if you do this whole war. That innocents are going to die. It doesn't matter who. If you're better, they're better. You're willing to risk innocent lives to get what you want.
There's perhaps a risk we need to take. But the alternative is no greater.
So I turn to the woman in orange. And I say, if we weren't here, what would you do?
I would send out multiple groups to cover all bases. I would send some to Theondir to track Maalethon. I would send some to find Harrington. I would send some to the mines. I would send some to the forests.
And what's in the mines? What mines are these?
You tell me, my friend.
Oh, for God's
Tycho
sake.
tells us that you have some amulet that is quite sensitive to certain things.
Yeah, well, I mean, what do we know? What kind of mines they are? Are they like mining iron ore? Are they mining?
It's the great iron ore mines that were sealed long ago, and that Tyrius recently in his revamping of the war efforts was talking about opening again.
Okay. But
Jesus
they're iron.
Christ,
There's
guys,
no,
we're wasting like an hour and a half just talking
Right.
about this.
Groggle's just slapping his morning star. This is why it takes us a year and a half to get in there.
All right, so I'm honestly with what is it? The orange chick. We sent teams out. We don't know where Maalethon is. We don't know where.
We know exactly where Maalethon is.
The orange chick.
Do we know exactly where he's in the town? But we don't have any idea where.
You know where Maalethon is. Greywater, you don't know exactly where he is, though. Yeah.
Maalethon has no reason to hide where he is. I
Yep,
mean, he's
he
like
is-
in charge of everything.
He is now the
We
governor.
don't know where
essentially.
Firebrand is. We can't. Can we
Fuck
break
that.
into where he is though? We need more. Like we need an army pretty much to get after Maalethon, don't we? The five of us can't get in there and take him or kill him.
I think we just need to go to the mines. I think our next step is the mines. It will potentially provide the most
there's
answers.
something more at the mines than just iron. We know that for a fact. So we need to go there.
And how long could this possibly take? 2 days?
Tycho turns to you. You will come to the mines within this day. I can provide you horses if you need that. We can send you out immediately.
Do you have good people that we could send to the city to search for Firebrand? Obviously, Jenavyr went for what's his name?
I myself will go to the city of Theondir, and I will myself track Maalethon and Firebrand. We'll send Jenavyr to trace down Harrington, Greywater, as you know him, Tanglebriar. Jenavyr will do that. I can go to the city and I can track Maalethon and follow and see if there's any intentions that he has. If you want to go to the mines, we will send you there immediately with horses.
We
This
need a
is the
weakness.
best option.
Decision.
Yeah, we need
This
a
is the
weakness
best
for
option.
Maalethon because we're not going to just
Exactly.
do it by brute strength. So if you find us a weakness, how we can get in, hopefully find Firebrand.
The weakness is Firebrand.
Yeah, Okay, so we don't know where Firebrand is necessarily though either. Your sister's covered.
We risk
We let
so
Yeah.
those guys
much.
find them.
Right,
risk
going back
so
into
much
town.
Going into
And
Theon.
we also send somebody as an envoy 2 Ildroks. Somebody that can get in, a caster, obviously, or like I don't know if we can do an official envoy to make contact with him and tell him what's going on.
What kind of official envoy are we going to? Hey,
Well,
the insurgency wants to meet with you.
Do we have to sneak somebody in though? Does it have to be done sneakily? Do they does the Zincari see people? Do they hey, we need to talk diplomacy for some reason? Can we do that, or does it have to be someone sneak in? And I'm asking the ladies.
It depends what kind of authority and credentials you have. And at this point, the lady in yellow stands up and says, "As I have said, Perichoresis, the ring is your key."
The ring also could be just what they need.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lady Rubert stands up. "We need to make a decision. Time is of the essence now. We need to make a decision. Master Tycho, I suggest that you help our travelers make a decision." Tycho turns to you. "What is it that you need? I can have horses ready within the hour."
All right. We should go to the mines, but I need you guys to go and need you to get Feuerbrand and bring him to the mines to us.
I would assume you,
Why the
Tycho,
mines?
have the ability to communicate with me via magical means. Correct?
I can message you, yes.
Great. If you find Feuerbrand, if you find Maalethon, if you find anything that could help us, we would expect an immediate communication so we can have the most up-to-date and relevant information possible.
It will be done. I will send you messages immediately.
All right. What we need is
We need horses,
and food and
provisions.
and I turned to everybody in our group. I said, "Look, I need to go first. I need to be ahead of this because I got this amulet and I can push them back."
Also, do we think that there's going to be spiders?
I hate spiders, man.
Spiders in this cave, are there?
We could use some antidote potions, health potions.
Poison, yeah.
Do you have any napalm?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Can we just nuke it from
I got
orbit?
that covered. I got the fire covered.
Yes, you did.
We can provide you with some magical potions on your way out. That can be done. We don't have much if we're going to send you now immediately. If you want to wait until tomorrow morning, we can procure more potions. But if you want to go now, we can get you some horses, a few potions, and that is about it.
Groggle's already out the door, so
I can help somewhat with poison and ailments.
Okay.
We have that covered somewhat, but whatever you can provide us, Tycho, will be of great importance.
Tycho, do you have any enchanted weapons or armor or anything that we can take with us?
We do not have anything in particular that would be helpful for you. I'm guessing. Although I do have a few items that I can give you on your way out that may be of use. Yes, please. I will seek those up and provide them with you before you leave.
All right, let's do this.
So, well, bringing it full circle, did anyone ever pay us?
Your payment will be sent with you, as we promised. 500 gold.
How the hell are we going to carry that much? 500 gold?
Platinum.
500 platinum. Yes, correct.
How are we going to carry all that much with us? And do we want it? It's going to make a lot of noise.
Keep it with the horses.
Yeah, saddlebags.
Bury it before we go into the cave, so... Well...
Okay.
We'll give it all to Groggle.
Yeah. Do we have time to keep going? Does everybody have time to keep going?
Yes.
We just want to...
We've only been playing for 2 hours. We really only started at
Guys, it's up to Matt. I mean,
it is up to Matt.
I'm good. If you guys are okay, I can keep going. Absolutely.
Let's fast track and say let's get going. And
I'm down for some.
So we'll say this.
You guys, the council dismisses you after a long back and forth. The council themselves was also not in agreement about the course of action that you have decided to take, but now they've decided that they'll follow Tycho's lead and they will send you to the mines first. Tycho leads you out of this place the same direction that you came. You come back to this white orb, and he instructs all of you now to grab a violet orb that is around here, and all of you reach up and grab this in your hand, in your palm, and it immediately begins to shake, and a flash of light, and you're immediately transported to another platform with a violet orb, which is part of the first settlement right where the gate is. He instructs you, Tycho, to wait here as he goes and gets your items for you. And you guys are able then to
can I
rest.
ask him something?
Yeah.
Is there peridot dust? Does anyone have peridot dust?
I do.
In the city? No, in
I
the
have
city.
some.
Oh.
We do have peridot dust, but we unfortunately need to keep that for ourselves.
Well, do you want us to help or not? Because
Are you going to
I-
Theondir?
I need some peridot dust
Do you plan on going to Theondir eventually?
at some point.
Well, then we can find some peridot dust for you.
But not now.
I will return, he says, and he turns around and takes off to try and get everything you need. And while he's gone, he's instructed several of the guards here to get you guys horses. Remember, there's a stable there where you brought your horses in initially when you came, and they get you some horses ready. They get you all saddled up with provisions, food for at least a week, and each of you now has a horse. And after about an hour, Tycho comes back. And he has, you see him carrying several large pouches, and he comes up to all of you. And the first pouch he passes over to you, Niv, and says, peridot dust, use it wisely. I've got 5 vials for you that you can use. And he passes the pouch over to you.
And how many handfuls would you say a vial is?
A vial's not so much. It's like a pinch. So maybe if you put the 3 together, you could probably get a handful.
How many gallons is each vial?
So that's the first pouch that he gives to you, Niv.
And I thank you. Sincerely.
Yes. And he pulls out a second pouch and looks at all of you. And in particular, he comes over to you, Bolin, who seems to be one of the more powerful magic casters. And he says to you, we have a departing gift for you with a touch of the magic that we use here at Arath Finn-Dahlah. We call this dimension orbiting. And he opens the pouch. And with a sweep of his arm, he turns it upside down and broadcasts the contents of the pouch into the air above him. And you see a fist-sized greenish orb fly out and immediately stop in midair, hovering in the air, fixed in a position. And suddenly, 7 smaller marble-sized green orbs immediately begin to slowly orbit the center orb. And he looks to you, Bull, and he says, drop the center orb anywhere, and the smaller orbs, when grasped in your hand, will immediately transport you back there. But be frugal.
Back where?
To where the big orb is. So essentially, you
it's
leave
like
that orb anywhere,
Okay.
and then
It's
the
like
other
a
7
recall.
will immediately transport you back there.
The
And
checkpoint.
he says, but be frugal, for your supply of catalyst orbs is limited. And then he gently and carefully plucks the 7 orbs and puts them back into the pouch and grabs the big one and puts it back without grasping them in his palm because he doesn't want to ignite them. So you have 7 small orbs
How
and
many?
one anchor orb and 7 catalyst orbs.
And
The anchor
we
orb is
can-
the one you can place anywhere, and the 7 catalyst orbs will immediately transport you back to there. The same type of magic that is used between the villages in Arath Finn-Dahlah.
And we can only use this one time.
One time. Each of
7
the
each
small
level.
orbs. Yep, there's 7
And
of them.
all
One
of
use.
us. Okay, so we can wait. Do all of us consume one orb, small orb?
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
One hand, one orb, one person.
Okay. And
This
once
could
we
be
consume
that
it, they're
could be
gone.
really cool.
They're
though.
gone. Yeah.
What's it called again?
They call it dimension orbiting.
make sure we remember that.
Yep.
So you have 1 anchor orb and you have 7 catalyst orbs.
Can
and
we-
the anchor
can we
orb
put
you can place
3
anywhere,
years from
and
now,
they
we're
have
gonna
7
get to the
catalyst
final
orbs.
boss. We got
will
7
allow you to
catalyst orbs
transfer.
Can we put the ink orb in like in Hawaii?
You could, yeah, absolutely.
Can we leave the anchor orb here?
Yeah.
Yeah, what's the what's the range?
It's undefined. He
I think
he has yet to see a distance.
I think having the anchor orb with us was probably smart because that might help us within the mines.
Mm-hmm. We'll put it at the mine opening or something.
Or using it to cross somewhere that we can't get across.
Sure. And I mean, we can. There's what 4 or 5 of us. 4 of us. 5 of us.
5.
So
Gotta count
we have
yourself.
7 orbs. That doesn't mean. Oh yeah. That
Yeah.
doesn't mean we all need. You know. We
Yeah.
just use 1 or 2 orbs here or there if we need. But
Right.
yes. Thank you very much, Tycho. This will come in handy.
And lastly, he pulls out another pouch. This is a massive pouch. And he brings it over to you, Groggle, and opens it up. And immediately you see the shimmer of platinum coins. And he says to you, "This does not come without, as you can imagine, a severe cost, I imagine. I hope that you will use it wisely. We can trust you. But as I said, fate seems to have brought you here, so this is the least that we can do." And he passes it over to you, Groggle, a massive pouch. It's extremely heavy with 500 platinum coins.
Just splits open, platinum everywhere.
Excellent.
And with that, he wishes you good luck and the blessing of Bahamut as he himself turns and prepares to ride off to Theondir in order to be able to make his way back into Theondir. And as he begins to turn back to the stables, he pauses for a second and turns around. With a smile on his face, he says, "Yes, I almost forgot." And he brings out 1 last pouch. And he passes it to you, Trago. And he says, "If you do plan on going to Theondir, this will be helpful for you to find your way back in." And he places the pouch in your hand, bows low to you all, once again gives you the blessing of Bahamut, and turns and leaves.
Let's go.
Right.
Yep.
Matt,
Yeah,
can
like a
we?
babe.
You said it's like a half day, so
Yep,
what's
half
that,
day.
6-8 hours.
Yep.
Can we fast travel and not?
Yep, absolutely.
Can I use this time on the horses to take a trance or long rest, or is the road too bumpy, or?
I'll say this, because you're traveling through areas where you have previously met undead, it's going to be difficult for you to completely relax. You're gonna have to be on your guard. So I
I'm
would
in
say
front.
no.
I'll be able to tell. I mean, my
Yeah.
amulet will be,
Yeah.
light up or whatever.
Yep, absolutely. How about we take another 2-minute break, and then we will do the last arc of tonight's story. I'll take a quick pee break as well, and then we can continue
Yep.
this. Yeah. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get back into it now. As you leave this area, you are met at the end of the bridge with your horses as you leave this not hideout. And there you are met by a bunch of soldiers who say to you, "We have instructions now that we need to blindfold you for the first 2 hours of your journey. We will lead you out of here." And Trago, you notice that there's one soldier in particular that comes up to you, and he says, "Master Trago, may I have the honor of blindfolding you?"
And I just kind of like nod my head and close my eyes. And
So Basequin comes up to you now, and he puts the blindfold onto you, and he leaves it a little looser than otherwise would have been. So he ties you up there, and the rest of you now, the soldiers come to you and say, please, we hope you understand that this is necessary for our own safety and security.
Prior to leaving, can we
Yep.
change back into our, or at least I want to.
oh yeah,
Yep, back
Regular
into your normal
armor.
clothes. Sure. Yep.
Paul, are you doing shots of tequila?
Yep.
Hey, no one's putting a blindfold on me. Not happening.
Please, we ask you, for the safety and security of our Arath Finn-Dahlah.
What are you going to give me?
From what I've understood, we've already given you quite a bit. We blindfolded you on the way here. I would just ask you, please, peacefully to leave us. Allow us to lead you out of here, and then we will let you go on your way.
All right. Convincing enough.
So they all blindfold you guys up, cover your eyes, and the soldiers essentially now are going to lead you for about the first 2 hours of the trip. And eventually you come to a clearing where the horses stop, and
when I get blindfolded,
Yep.
have Lizzo kind of just peek
yeah,
up.
exactly, right. So Lizzo has
So I
been
can
checking
still
this
see
out
what's going on.
exactly like you did on the way in as well.
Yeah.
Do they
so
blindfold
now
Sora?
Sora isn't blindfolded. She's running behind the horses. Like
Yeah,
normal.
they can.
Yeah. So you've seen the way they're both there in and out, Niv, with Lizzo through Lizzo's eyes. I'm assuming you're looking through your through Lizzo. Yes. And when you get to a clearing and they begin to take off your blindfolds, and Trago, your blindfold is taken off, especially gently. And the soldiers then turn to you and say, "We wish you the best of luck, and may Bahamut bless your steps." And they allow you to go. And you begin now to follow the same path that you took when you initially came in, before you were blindfolded. And you make your way along the same steep and rocky ridge with sheer cliffs of the mine a mere few feet away from you. And eventually you come upon a narrow path and a
Is this like a
stone...
big strip mine?
Yeah, it's
kind
a
of thing?
huge strip mine with massive walls that go down a good 100 feet or so. And eventually, the narrow path leading towards the mine, you come to a stone set of stairs that are hewn out of the rock that slowly winds its way along the side, along the dark stone walls, into the floor of the open pit, where it's clear that generations of miners have chipped away at the earth in order to extract its precious metal.
Matt,
And as you... Yeah, go ahead.
I was just going to point out that 100-foot deep strip mine is not very big at all. You meant 1,000.
Several hundred feet, yeah.
Jerk.
If not
Sorry.
1,000 feet. Right.
Sorry.
Quick edit here. 1,000 feet down. Thank you. I thought Groggle was stupid. What the heck? Groggle says, "Hey, you should be 1,000 feet down."
And all of a sudden, just real time,
You know, Groggle knows his mind, let me tell you.
And as you guys are walking down, you notice what you noticed on the way in. In the center of the pits, there sits this enormous circular stone structure. And there's a stone half dome of sorts resting on pillars, acting like a kind of stone canopy over a massive circular stone slab underneath. And Carolon, the closer that you get to the mines, the closer you get, the more that your amulet begins to glow in blue, bright, radiant blue. And all of you go ahead and give me your... Sorry.
Does it burn or does it...
It's not burning, but it is glowing quite bright at this point, this bright blue radiance. And all of you go ahead and give me a perception check.
I know, Tim. I just beat a smartass.
Perception?
Perception check, yeah.
Ooh, that's
God
good.
damn it.
That's a good
Son
roll.
of a mother.
15.
That's
9.
13.
What's my perception at here?
Are we
10.
still on our
I should know that.
horses?
10, 13, 15?
18.
18, okay. all of you, as you're picking your way down very carefully, you're watching these stone stairs to make sure that your horses don't end up in a place that they could slide down and fall off of this this cliff face into the pit. Trego, you notice, however, a similar sight as when you came in. Circling high above seems to be a dark cloud of some sort that you recognize to be a flock of black birds, the same ones you noticed when you were coming in, seem to still be hovering, circling around this area, as if caught up in this cyclone almost.
A murder of crows.
Crow. I will relay that information.
So as you're walking down, Trego relays that information to the rest of you. And you make your way down this 1,000-foot stairway coming down to the bottom of this pit, this strip mine. And
Fucker.
you see now off in the distance this stone platform, and you notice how the stonework, even from this point, you see it's actually quite fancy stonework from a distance. You see it looks like something of a sunburst that is radiating from a center circle, in which is inlaid a kind of intricate pattern in dark stone, which seems to be covering or sealing off the entrance to the rest of the mine that goes down into the deep, dark ground below. What would you guys like to do?
So I walk up to it. Does as I get closer to it, does my amulet go brighter, or?
The closer you get, the brighter your amulet glows.
Okay.
Brighter and brighter. With each and every step, Caroline, it begins to glow even more. And the closer you get to the outer ring, the closer the brighter it gets as well. There seems to be some strange correlation here between the amulet and this circular stone slab.
Do we notice that, or is it like tucked in your clothing?
No, I will have pulled it out.
So we just ask. I'll just ask him then. So that means there's undead here, right?
Yeah.
Or
yeah,
does it glow for other stuff?
No, it's just for the undead, and the stronger it is, the more it glows.
And do we see anything other than these crows?
Give me a perception check, Niv.
Tim, you have turn on dead, don't you?
Stealth or player? I do.
That's bad.
I also have destroy undead.
10.
10. You don't notice anything other than what's been pointed out to you.
All right, I'm going. Can I look around the stone to see if I can find any like mechanism to get in? If there's like some kind of weird hidden door or trap door.
Sure. Give me an investigation check, really quick.
Well, can we hear anything? I mean, is it just ambient noise? Is it like The Walking Dead, where there's like rain, rain?
Yeah, give me a perception check, Trego, Caroline. And Trego, you gave me an investigation check.
13.
It's going to be the
13,
MVP
okay.
here.
Trego, we'll say this: you don't notice any traps or any levers or anything like that that would tip you off to an entrance, but you do notice that in the very center of this circle, inlaid in the very central part, is also an intricate pattern that almost reminds you of the face of a sunflower. It has this incredibly, there's tons of little pieces of it sort of spiraling outward in a sunflower. And you notice that there is a text running around it that is written in common. It's not written in any of these other special languages, but written in common. And
Run!
The text says this.
Don't dead open inside.
Yeah.
It says, I, Master Stonemason Delden Gorath, have laid this final stone and thereby sealed this mine for the ages. Cursed is anyone and his line who dares disturb the seal.
I immediately grab the stone and try to pull it off the wall, or whatever. However,
It's on the ground. I mean, you can try to strike it if you want.
No, I'm gonna try to move it.
Try to move it. Okay. Give me a strength check.
140.
That might work.
No. Not good. 15.
Okay, you come down, you sort of come down on the ground and begin to like push and pull, and nothing seems to happen. Trago, you also notice though, on top of this text, there's also some strange scratchings. It looks like a kind of language. You don't understand it though, but there's strange scratchings that have been scratched up over on top of the text written by Deh-Lendah River, of some strange script that you can't yourself read.
Can I read it?
Yeah, can you
I'm
point it out?
I'm gonna point it out because I don't speak very many languages. Say, does anybody know what this says? I'll point out the scratches.
So here's the question: do any of you know Infernal?
I do.
I know Abyssal.
I know Infernal.
How do you know
I don't even know
Infernal?
what Infernal is.
It was the language I could choose when I
Oh, really?
when I created my character.
And he made you into. I mean, you became a fire elemental. So
Yeah, I'm like, wait, wait, what?
Infernal, the language of demons,
Like demons
of
and stuff.
darkness,
So
of
it-
the hells.
Oh, that's
so
not
is
Abyssal.
so is Abyssal.
So is Abyssal, yeah. Bolin.
But Abyssal's on a different plane.
Jeez,
Is it?
okay.
Trago
Okay.
immediately calls you over to these scratchings, and you walk over, Bolin, and you look down, and on top of this text written, I, Master Stonemason Deh-Lendah River, you see these scratchings that have more recently been scratched in Infernal on top of that text. And it looks to you to be a poem of sorts that you understand. The question I have for you now, Bolin, is do you want to share this with the others?
I mean, I can read the text, right?
You can read it,
He's
yeah.
saying, does he want us to all
Right. I know.
mute
Yeah.
or turn off our...
Oh, no, I don't want to tell anybody yet.
Okay. Everyone give us a couple seconds, please. And I'll give you a thumbs up when you're ready. Okay? So, Bolin, you see these scratchings, and they almost radiate with this firish kind of infernal light. And it's a poem of sorts. It's been scratched on top of the other text. And the poem says this: place well your unholy offering to escape an existence of dread. For while in the shadow, the blood of the living becomes the life of the dead. I'll read it for you one more time. Place well your unholy offering to escape an existence of dread. For while in the shadow, the blood of the living becomes the life of the dead. We'll bring the others back in.
Okay.
Hey, Matt,
Yes.
do I notice him reading?
Oh boy.
What do you do with words?
I mean, I don't know. I don't think Groggle would really recognize other people reading because he can hardly read himself. But Groggle would notice that Bolin stops for a second and is still. Yes.
Then I say,
But-
what are you doing there?
What is it?
No, that's actually what I want to do. I'm not kidding.
Right. Sure. It sounds like this. Paul, I can't hear you, Paul.
Am I able to recognize any of the characters or anything?
You don't know Infernal, do you?
No, but I knew Abyssal.
You know
Come on.
Abyssal.
I know
it's not-
Arabic,
it's
but
not-
I don't
it's not
know.
similar enough.
I don't know
Yeah.
French.
It's
What?
not similar enough. Sorry. You don't recognize any of the characters.
All right.
From what I can tell, it sounds like the stone needs blood to be moved.
I immediately take my arm and cut in my arm and drop.
But wait, what? Wait.
No, too late. Too late.
Oh no! Just
Too late. I already did it. I just go and go like that. And Not my wrist. I don't want to die.
Just clutch.
There is,
And I don't
as
put
he's
it
doing
in-
that, I will say, Groggle, there's a chance you turn undead when you do it. So
Too late. I already did it.
We could have
Okay.
just got like a rat or a mouse or
yeah,
a rabbit or something. Oh, did we lose Dan?
yeah, we lost Dan.
I think I lost.
All right, let's get back into this. Groggle walks up to the stone, and Bolin tells him that the stone needs blood, and Groggle immediately pulls out a knife and slices his arm open. And Groggle, your blood begins to drip, or actually to flow. I mean, it's a pretty serious cut, and you actually need to take some damage from that. You take 3 points of slashing damage. And your blood now begins to drip down rather rapidly and falls onto this design that looks like the face of a sunflower. And the parts of the sunflower, like the seeds, are sticking out. There's these little troughs around each little seed. And your blood begins to drip down and to fill up this area. And as it does, you hear this.
All right, I'm getting out my bow and I'm getting the sword ready.
Sound.
I'm lighting up one of the explosive arrows.
And you begin to feel this. The thud again. And at this point, in addition to the thud, you hear above you what sounds like a horrific, torturous din of hundreds of squawking, screeching fowl. And as you look up in the sky, you see
Hold
this.
on.
Yeah.
Did you just use the weird word for birds?
Foul. Foul.
Yeah, I got it. I just a little weird.
Fowl.
That's all.
Come on. I gotta use synonyms here, man.
I shouldn't interrupt you. I'm sorry.
And as you hear the screeching sound of birds flying over your head in this movement, you look as these birds now begin to dive down towards you. And once again, the thud. And suddenly now, the stone begins ever so slightly to begin to open. And you see Groggle underneath, a small strip of darkness beginning to be shown behind the stone as it begins to slide down. And the birds come flying directly down. What do you guys want to do at this point?
I would like to do something, Matt, if that's okay.
Yes.
I will how far away are the birds from us right now?
At this point, they're within probably 50 feet.
Hold on 1 second.
Are they flying into the opening, or how far are we from the opening?
You guys are... well, Groggle was right above it.
Trust on top of it.
And hopefully he's backing up a little bit.
Are the birds, so they seem to be flying towards us or towards the stone?
They are flying directly towards you guys.
Okay, so I would assume they'd be within 15 feet within like a half second.
Yep.
They're just
'Cause
crows.
I want to cast Thunderwave.
Okay, go ahead. And
I can do that up, right?
Remind me of the effects of the spell.
Oh, with that roll, nothing.
Good.
So Groggle, stepping back with his arm sliced open, dripping blood, tries to cast a spell, but isn't quite able. And at the last second, these birds come flying down, and they split into two arms. One of them comes directly in front of you guys. The other arm, groups of birds. The other one flies up onto the top of the cliff face behind you, and there is a flash. And suddenly, standing in front of you, with an intimidating pose, looking down upon you, is Vildareth. Behind him,
Fucking A.
on a stone ledge far above, on the rim of the mine, stands Feilong in a similar intimidating pose. And Vildareth immediately looks at all of you. That will be enough. You have served your purposes in Theondir. Tyrius is out of the picture. The mining plans have been abandoned as promised. Your presence is no longer needed on this island. I would suggest you turn around and leave.
I take my crossbow out and shoot him.
I shoot my arrow at him.
Yep.
Yeah.
Immediately.
Okay, well,
That's
if you guys are
lit.
going to do that,
As soon as
let's
anybody does
go
anything, I'm
ahead and roll initiative, and I'm going to show you how this looks.
Oh crap!
He planned for this.
shooting. Yeah.
This was one of the 50 different options he had.
Get those healing potions ready.
Yeah, what did we get for healing potions?
20 for Eric.
He didn't say we got any.
Yeah, that's true.
Mother,
We
we
didn't
left
even
too
get, we
quickly.
didn't even get the poison stuff, did we?
No.
Nope.
Oh,
We didn't get anything.
I thought Tim said you can take care of
Let's
poison.
let's make sure that we've got those orbs. Let's not forget about those.
We can't
Not
do
that
anything.
they're- I
We
know.
have to-
I know, but I mean, I'm just
The
reminding
anchor
you.
has to be somewhere.
Yeah, we
Oh,
do
snap.
have them.
Okay. Oh, crap. Okay. Let's start out with 25 to 20.
I got a 20, Matt.
You got a 20. Okay. Vildareth got a 25.
Are all these pillars? All the pillars around the. So is.
Where's the stone?
So yeah, so I there's no roof on this, but essentially there is this this canopy, this stone roof that is over the slab. So these are the pillars. I don't have the canopy, so you can see what's going on underneath at this point. But imagine this: there's a massive stone canopy that's across this pillar here, or across this stone slab down here, and it's supported by these pillars at this point. So Vildareth is up first.
Sorry, Matt.
Yep.
So if we were to move the pillars, the stone slab would collapse on top of us?
That is correct, yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So Vildareth has a 25. Groggle, you are 20. Anybody else around that area? No? Okay, let's do 15 to 20.
Got 15.
Sora got 15.
Sora, so let's see, Niv and Sora, I think, who has a higher dexterity there? We'll set Niv first.
Niv probably does.
We'll go
Mine's
Niv,
17.
Niv, Sora. Yeah.
Well, I think Sora basically has my dexterity, doesn't she?
Somehow
Mhm.
Chad rolled a 0 on initiative.
A wolf should have.
15 to 10.
Almost.
I got 13.
You got a 13. Okay. Let's see.
I got 10.
Fei Long is also a 13, and she has a higher initiative, I'm guessing, or a dexterity. So Fei Long, and then we go
I
to
have a
Caroline.
16 dexterity.
I'm about to kill the second player or character I've played this game.
Yeah. After Caroline, you had a 13. Who was next?
I got 10.
Well,
10,
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Trago?
Well, I rolled a natural 1, but I have a 5 because I have a +4.
Okay.
Wow.
All right.
4 initiative bonus?
Yeah, dexterity.
Okay.
man.
Wait,
So
okay, so
Vildareth.
where is everybody? I can't make this any bigger. I'm trying to see.
Vildareth is gonna do something in his first turn here, which is actually quite interesting. These guys aren't here at this point, but Vildareth, seeing you, Groggle, pull out your weapon and seeing you charge in, immediately reaches into a pouch on his side, and as his action, he broadcasts out what looks to be like a mist of seeds. And as the seeds fall to the ground immediately, these 5 dryad figurines come out of the ground, and they're standing before you. You see these tree-like figures that are creaking as the branches come out of their arms, and you see in their faces suddenly this reddish glow as they are animated and come to life. So now there are dryads in front of you, and they will be added to the bottom of the initiative order. That is the end of Vildareth's turn. He's going to back up a little bit against the wall, and that will be the end of his turn.
Fei
Go
Long
ahead.
is on the rock.
Fei Long is up here on
Okay.
the rock. Yeah.
Okay.
You can
And where-
say that
where
that
are
is-
we?
Yeah. You guys are all here on the edge here. We can go ahead and get your positions. I assume I just moved you to the outside of the circle at this point.
How far away is Vildareth from all of us now?
Vildareth is going to be, from all of you guys, he is a good, we're looking at 60 feet.
Because that's us on the south.
Yeah, you guys are right here. So we've got Groggle, we've got Trago, we've got Bolin, Niv, Caroline, and we've got Sora there. So Groggle, you're up. What would you like to do?
Well, first of all, I need to fix. Am I choppy for you guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit. We
Video,
can hear you though.
Sort of.
Yeah, you're right.
All right. As long as voice is good, then we'll just
Yep.
keep going.
We can hear you
So how many of these dryads are there?
So there are 5 of them that come out of the ground and now begin to charge towards you guys.
Where are they?
They are right here in the center.
Okay.
And where am I, Matt? I'm sorry.
You're right over here.
Okay, so I want to cast Thunderwave again.
Okay.
They're within 15 feet, I would think.
Let's see. They are not. You'd have to move closer if you want to do that. But you would be able to move into the center if you wanted. You'd be within 15 feet of all of them.
Yep, I'm going to do that. I'm going to move right in the center of all of them.
And
Can I get an attack though yet?
So you can move and then you have an action. Yep. So this center right here is the circle that is moving out, that's slowly beginning to open, revealing more and more of the darkness below as it's opening. So
it's still opening.
How
it's still opening. It is in the process of opening, and as you guys are in this attack, you can still feel this deep thud.
Oh yeah.
Wait. Where is it?
And with each thud, it opens a little bit more.
How
So
far
it's
open
like
is
creeping
it right now?
open. Only a few inches at this point, but with each thud, it opens another half inch or so. So it's opening as you're fighting here. Go ahead, Groggle. Do you want to take an action?
Yeah.
Thunderwave.
A 9. Oh yeah, no, yeah, 9. God damn it. I also get a bonus action though.
So what is it? Can you give me the specifics of the spell?
Thunderwave, I didn't hit.
We didn't hit. Okay.
I didn't. I couldn't have on a 9.
No, you didn't. I'm guessing.
And then I'm gonna. Yep. Can I take my bonus action on after a spell?
Yes, you can.
Okay, so now I'm gonna take out my Morning Star and hit the closest one to me.
Okay, you'd have to use the rest of your movement, but we can move you up to this one. Go ahead and roll me an attack.
25.
25 hits. Roll damage. Holy crap.
Need to find an 8. Oh, for fuck's sake.
You guys realize this is the first battle that Groggle has been in like 6 months.
Is it? Not.
Was it the
6. I rolled a 1 and I got a +5.
He's a little rusty.
Okay.
A
Wait,
1?
hold on. Is the second number my actually it's 8.
Okay, 8 points of damage. So even with that crappy roll, you are still able to come across, and as you strike down, one of the branch arms comes crackling and flying off. You did a serious amount of damage to this thing. It is quite hurt, but it comes back, its eyes glowing even brighter red. Niv, you're up. Then we got Sora on deck. What do you want to do, Niv?
So where I see the one person up on the rocks, that's
yeah,
Feilong.
here's Feilong right up here.
Okay, so
And
where
Bill
is-
DeReth is over here, and you've got your 5 dryads there.
Is it, so he's like up against the rocks, just on the
Yep,
bottom.
he moved back. Yep, so he's up against the wall at this point.
And I am in the center down there, huh?
Yeah, you're right here.
Right next to me.
Man, that's 'cause how far away is Feilong?
She's up on top of the cliff. So she's gonna be out of range of
way up on top of the cliff.
Well, I mean, we'll say this. I mean, for the sake of this, I mean, she's not all the way up on top of the 1,000 feet. We'll say she's up. I mean, we can say this. She's 60 feet from you plus another 10 plus another 20. So we'll say she's about 90 feet away from you at this point.
It's too far away. Okay. Just 1, 2, 5 of those guys.
Sora's on deck.
Yeah, let's just do that, I think. I will move. Yeah, those dryads, how spaced apart are they? Like from one end to the other?
From one end to the other, they are exactly 30 feet apart.
Shit, okay. I'm going to try and move up behind Groggle then.
Okay. You come running across this opening as it's still opening up, more darkness coming out. Yes.
Does color spray doesn't affect allies, does it?
I don't think so. No.
I don't think so. No, I don't think so. I don't think any of your spells.
Are you sure about that? I thought it did that other time you used it.
That's I'm gonna look it up here real quick.
Doesn't array flashing colored light spring from your hands. Roll 60-10. The total is how many hit points creatures this spell can affect. Creatures in a 15-foot cone originating from you are affected in ascending order of their current hit points, ignoring uncautious creatures or in creatures that can't see. Yeah, maybe it does.
So does that? Well,
I mean, it
about
doesn't.
this?
It doesn't say.
I'll just yell to Groggle and tell him to close his eyes.
Okay. I mean, I'll give that to you. I'll say. I'll say you can do it without affecting Groggle. I mean, we'll treat it as enemy combatants.
Yeah, and then I'll cast Color Spray, which is a 15-foot cone.
Yep.
So I could hit probably 3 of them, right? You think?
15-foot cone. Yeah, that'll get you 3. Yep, that'll work. That'll get you these 3 right here. Yep.
60-10. These ones, right? 6, 35 hit points worth of creatures.
Okay. So immediately. These 2 right here are blinded. They're unable to see, so they you have advantage against them when you attack them, and they have disadvantage if they attack. Nicely done, Niv. Perfect. So on to Sora.
Where?
Hold on.
Oh, you still have another.
How far away is Vildareth from me now?
Vildareth from you now is he is 30 feet away.
I will bonus action. Yeah, Misty Step right beside him.
I see. I think if you use a spell already, I don't know if you can use another one on bonus action.
I can't bonus action.
Unless it's a special bonus action spell.
Yeah, Misty Step is a bonus action.
It is a bonus action. Okay, yep. Great. Yep. So you want to Misty Step right next to him.
Yeah, right beside him.
Perfect.
Hello.
So suddenly, Viv just bursts right next to him, and he sort of takes a step back as he's startled by this. Excellent. Next up, we have Sora. What does Sora want to do? And then Feilong is up after that.
What? Where's the opening? The stone that.
Right here in the center. Yeah.
It's in the center.
Yeah.
Okay, so Sora can cover 60 feet.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll have her attack Vildareth, but I don't know if she has to cover the 60 feet.
Yep, she can do that.
Okay, so she covers the 60 feet, but I don't know if she can attack at that point, can she?
If she uses double her movement, that's her action then.
But I think that's the thing. I think 60 feet is double her action, double her movement.
Like her movement is 60 feet?
Well, when she sprints, yeah. I mean, when she... So she... That
Dash.
take her,
She has a dash, right?
yeah, she's a dash. That's her dash, I think.
Okay. Dash is her action. Yep.
When she attacks, I get an attack. So when she attacks, then I'm going to cast Ensnaring Strike.
But you can't cover 60 feet and attack.
No, but when Sora attacks, I get an attack, and I'm going to cast a spell.
Oh, right.
If she dashed, that's her movement.
That's
and
her action.
Attack. That's her
action.
action.
So I can't tell her to attack. If I tell her to attack, she has to dash there.
Yeah, if she dashed, that'll be her action then for this.
But if
She
it's
can't
an
attack till next turn.
Well, you could have her attack one of the other elemental or one of the other.
You could have her go
guys.
15 feet, or you could have her go 30 feet and attack another one of the dryads if you want.
Okay, we'll do that.
Okay. Do you want to attack one that's blinded? I'll give her advantage then.
Yep.
Okay, go for it.
I gotta find
Advantage, so roll 2 d20s and take the higher of the 2.
Good. 15.
Okay, that's a hit. Roll damage.
I can't remember how damage she does here. Hold on a second. She's a space.
Probably 1d6.
So
What are you shooting?
2.
Oh. Froze. Unnoted.
2d4 plus 4. 8 points damage.
Wow, same thing. So she comes striking down this a little bit lower now, and she sort of takes a bite off of one of the legs, and it also cracks as this dryad begins to stumble a bit. Also, extremely hurt. Now it is Fei Long's turn.
Hold on.
Yep.
No. Because she attacked, I get an attack. And I'm going to cast Ensnaring Strike on Fei Long.
Okay. What's the range on that one?
Let me see. Hold on.
1,000 meters.
Exactly. Oh, never mind. It says range self. That doesn't
What?
help.
You must have
Well, why?
touch him.
You should have ensnaring shot,
No,
right?
because if it's touch,
No.
it'll say touch.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's touched. Never mind. Okay, so I'll shoot at Fei Long.
Okay. Yes. Should be a long range, so disadvantage.
So I got a 16.
Okay,
Did you roll,
that
did
is
you
a
roll
hit.
disadvantage? Paul?
Did you roll
Huh?
disadvantage?
Did you roll
disadvantage
disadvantage?
for long range?
Oh, I got a 14.
Okay, your arrow just goes right over her shoulder, extremely close, but she's able just to move at the last second there.
Well, we know what our armor class is now.
Okay, Fei Long's turn. In response to that, as she spins around as this arrow flies over her shoulder, she also reaches out. She has something in her hand, and she throws it out across the stone. And you see, out of the stone, suddenly, these 3 earth elementals begin to form out of the stone of the cliff.
We're fucked.
Chad, who's got the Theondir Thunder?
Exactly.
Okay? So, that is
these
the end
guys are
of...
gonna be.
That is the end of Fei
Yeah.
Long's turn. She
These guys are
cannot do anything
scrubs.
else. And she is actually going to move a little bit closer over this direction. That'll be the end of Fei Long's turn. Caroline, you're up. Bolin, you're on deck. What would you like to do, Caroline?
Matt, how big is the hole right now?
How much is moved, you mean?
Well, the asshole sphincter thing.
Like how much? You've got about like 3 inches at this point. I mean, there's not much time has gone by. But you still feel this thuds
All right, I'm
as it's opening, yeah.
taking 2 more shots at Fei Long.
Okay.
So,
That blind only lasts 1 round, just so you guys know.
Yeah.
22 and 12.
Okay, so you miss with the second one, but the first one hits.
So I got let's see
Go and
here.
roll damage.
4. 16.
16. Okay. Wow, 16. Incredible.
It was-
So Fei Long takes this incredible arrow like shot into her.
Well, it
into
was an
her chest.
explosive arrow.
Oh, it was an explosive arrow. And suddenly there's this of explosive energy that flies out of the arrow. She takes 16 points of damage, flies back against the wall, the rock, and she is, that was quite a powerful shot. She comes forward and snarls at you, yelling at the earth elementals for them to take their action as soon as possible. Bolin, you're up. Trago, you're on deck.
I want to move 30 feet northeast from my current position, as far north, like to the side, basically like the eastern portion of the circle.
Okay.
I want to move 30 feet.
Like over here.
If I can I be on the outside of the circle?
You can, if you come over here, yeah.
Fuck. That's 30 feet, really?
Yeah. Let's see. Yep.
Wow. Okay. Fuck. Okay. I'm gonna cast aid on
Okay.
everybody. I'm gonna take out I'm gonna rip a tiny strip of my cloth that I have, and cast aid on everybody. Everybody gets 5 hit points, additional maximum hit points.
So,
Nice.
Matt, this is where we got to talk about. We had those extra hit points from last time. How long do those last?
From the feast, you mean?
No, Bolin's cast something like this on us.
Yeah, I don't
They only
remember
last
when.
It only lasts 8 hours. I mean, that
No,
can
that,
I don't.
yeah,
we don't have that
they
again.
would have faded since
Okay.
long ago.
So
Yep.
only my max hit points goes up, or do I gain 5?
Temporary.
each target's hit point maximum and current hit points increase by 5. So you get 5
So-
additional hit points.
So, well, hold on though. What happens when that original spell wears off? Because I was at 48 out of 53.
Oh,
Does it go? Do I lose back to?
Yeah, so you'd go back to your 48. So now you're up to 53 again.
Or I don't go back to 43 out of 48.
You go back to 48, which is
because he got hit. You
Wait a
lost
minute, so-
life.
what is your maximum like hit points right now, Groggle? Like if,
48.
okay, so we
But I'm at
rested at week
48.
8, so you get all that back. But
So
then
I
you
don't.
cut
I don't.
yourself.
Yeah. Well, but I don't lose like an equivalent number and then have to go back up. I got it.
Right.
Okay.
I talked myself into it. Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right.
Matt, sorry,
any-
sorry, Matt.
anything else, Bolin? Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to move, I guess, more north 30 feet. I want to move closer to,
Right there.
as close to Vildereth as I can. So that's fine.
Okay.
Right, Matt.
Yep.
Thanks.
All right. Yes, Trago, you're up, and the Dryads are on deck.
Okay. So I am going to rock my bull. I'm going to try to get... Can I get... Not the guy... Well, who... One of you guys hit one of the chick on the rocks?
I did.
Did you
Long,
hit her
yeah.
pretty good? Did you like
Yeah, I
wreck
hit her hard.
Yeah, he had
I
a
hit
pretty
her.
hard hit.
Hard!
Yeah.
Okay. How far away is she from me?
From you, she is.
That's quite a
let's
ways,
see.
isn't it?
She is 65 feet.
Okay, so short bow, I think short bow is 30 feet, isn't it?
Yep.
So I'm gonna I want to take a shot at not the guy that Groggle hit. That's blinded. The other guy to the right.
Yep.
Can I take a shot with my crossbow, my hand crossbow?
Yeah, you
Or,
can.
I guess it doesn't really matter. All right.
Yep, absolutely.
I have an advantage on that. 'Cause
Yes, you do
they're
because
blinded.
yep, because they're blinded. Exactly. Yep.
15 plus.
Wait a minute, hold on.
What did you?
Hey, well, hold on, Trago. So it's range is. It says 80/320 for a short
For
bow.
a short bow? Is it
Yeah,
that
that's what
much?
it says. It says 80/320.
So you would be able to hit her without disadvantage then.
You know
I
what?
know what-
I'm gonna for this round. I'm gonna try to take out that guy because he's blinded, like Dan said.
Yeah.
It's only gonna
Alright.
last one round.
Okay. With advantage.
It only
So
does
that's
1d6.
21.
21 hits. Yes, roll damage.
All right. So with advantage, so that means I have 1d6, and my sneak attack is that, so it's 3d6. That's 46 plus 4.
Wow.
Not great. 5, 10, 12 plus 4, 16.
16. So as you fire off your crossbow with sneak attack because it's engaged with Sora, you come and hit a critical point in this Dryad, and it's as if like these sticks just burst into pieces and fly out, and that Dryad is completely gone, falls to a bundle on the ground.
Okay.
Nothing happens to Sora though, right?
Sora's fine, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, and then for my movement, I want to move up to the pillar that's like the most westerly one and hide behind it as
Okay.
my bonus action.
As your
So,
bonus action, go ahead. So you are now hidden.
And I
Okay.
get advance. Do I have to roll for that or?
Let's see. Yeah, give me a stealth, right?
We're asking
Yeah,
you.
yeah. Stealth check, but I get because I have my cloak on, I get advantage on it.
Oh, right. Yep, you have your advantage on because you have your cloak. That's right.
What kind of cloak does he have?
The one you got from Yenfire.
Fast
Natural
fingers.
one,
Yeah, fire.
natural 20.
Nice.
Has Mike
perfect.
seen the Yenfire
So
episode
Trago
yet?
slides around this this column and he is completely hidden as he
Wow.
sort of mixes into the background.
Yep.
The
Sweet.
Dryads
Sack of
now
flour
are going to
can do some
come
damage,
and
man.
attack back now. The Dryads first, we're going to have the first one move over here to you, Bolin. Second one to Sora. This one is going to go to you, Groggle, and this one as well. Let's start with Groggle. We've got disadvantage on the first one. That's going to be a miss. The second one, Groggle, we've got an 18. What's your armor class?
It's over.
Oh, okay.
Actually, it's 18.
18. All right, I'll give it to you as the defender. And let's see, on Sora here. That is a miss, and on Bolin, also a miss. So that's the end of the Dryad's turn. The Earth Elementals that just appeared up on the cliff, they suddenly now begin to sort of shake and draw up earth from beneath them, and you see them slam their legs down onto the ground, and large stones begin to crack away as they push them off of the cliff, heading down in the direction of the pillars.
Oh, fuck me.
They're
I
about
went
to
on the wrong
collapse
side.
that shit.
So I'm going to start over here.
How far away are the stones?
The first stone, right here, hits this first pillar, and it's a critical hit. That pillar is struck by this massive stone, and the pillar collapses in the center and falls to the ground. And you see the stone canopy sort of shake above you guys, and rocked by that first pillar falling, but it's still standing.
Where are
This
the
guy over
Earth
here.
Elementals?
Right here,
They're up top.
right here, and right here.
Okay.
The next Earth Elemental is going to do the same thing, going to be heading over this direction. And the stone falls down and it comes flying past here. But now we need to have Groggle and the two Dryads take a dexterity saving throw. Give me a dexterity saving throw, Groggle.
Yep, working on it.
Both Dryads passed.
That is
One has
a
disadvantage, though. One has disadvantage.
14. 14.
Okay. All right, both, all three of you are able to sort of step aside as this stone comes flying past the pillar, and it doesn't hit the pillar or either of you. And the last guy over there is also going to do the same thing, and he also throws it down, missing at this point. Sora needs to have a dexterity saving throw, as does the other Dryad. Natural 20. Dryad gets it.
What's her dexterity? I mean, she's a wolf. She got a natural 20.
Perfect. So the stone also comes flying down here and lands over here somewhere, and so it is successfully. You are successfully able to miss that. So there's a couple big stones there on the platform now.
Ooh.
End of the
Are they-
Earth Elemental turn.
Are they big
Vildareth's
enough for
turn.
me to hide behind? Just like as a...
Yeah, they would be. Yeah,
As
these are
tiny
pretty
as I am?
massive stones.
Sweet.
So Vildareth is going at this point to move out this way, away from you, Nev. And
Can I stab him?
you were not in combat with him, so you don't get an attack of opportunity.
I was
And
standing inside him. That doesn't count.
No,
You
you have to
didn't
be.
enter
You have to be.
combat.
You weren't
Engaged
engaged in
with him.
combat with him. You can next to him, but not engaged with him. So you don't get an attack of opportunity. And he comes over here, and immediately he's going to cast invisibility. He's going to go invisible.
Counterspell.
Vildareth is invisible.
Count.
Can I counterspell that?
You can.
But you have to wait for your turn, don't you?
Counterspell can
That's a
happen though
reaction.
Oh,
as a
yeah?
reaction. Yep.
Oh.
So it's casting a third level spell or lower fails, has no effect.
And yes, exactly, second level. So Niv counterspells, and he remains
Third level spells
visible.
already? Damn.
Groggle, you are up, and Niv, you're on deck.
How big's the hole now?
It's moved out a couple more inches now, but it's still. I mean, this combat is going so quickly, so it hasn't opened too much.
I understand. Oh, look at that. Huh.
Groggle's up, Niv, you're on deck.
1 second. All right. Oh boy, what am I gonna do?
You're engaged in combat with two of these dryads at this point.
Okay, so please forgive me, Matt. Point out where I am at
Yep.
on the
Right here.
and within a 15-foot square. How many?
You would have three around you.
Thunder wave.
Okay.
And
Third time's
and
charm.
Sora.
And Sora, yeah.
Thunder wave. For fuck off.
No. You guys miss Groggle? Groggle's back.
That's a miss.
Okay. So once
Jesus.
again, Groggle is way too distracted in order to carry off anything here. Do you have a bonus action you want to do, Groggle?
Well, can I attack? You're letting me do that
No.
after?
I mean, you can move.
No, I have a. That's part of my. I have an actual extra attack.
That's part of your bonus action.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna attack.
Thunderwave isn't an attack roll, is it?
It's a spell.
Is it a dex save though?
It says each creature must make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, that's right. Shit.
So they would take half damage if you fail. If they
Yes.
fail.
So wait a minute. So all these times that you've done it, you thought you failed?
Yeah. Damn it.
Learn your
Hey,
spells, bro.
Oh, Groggle's
I'll-
dumb.
I'll
He
follow
doesn't
you here,
understand how
man.
spells work.
Yeah.
Can we back that up? And
Nope. No
No,
retconning this. We'll say
It says
We'll say
unsecured object
nothing
that
happened the
is
first couple times.
are pushed 10
Um,
feet. Is that going to fuck up those pillars?
yeah, that's kind of why I was doing it.
Oh,
That wouldn't push the pillars. Dang.
It says in the spell, a wave of thunderous force sweeps out from you. Each creature in a 15-foot cube.
this creature.
Unsecured objects. So
Okay. And what is the number that I have to beat to
Constitution saving throw.
Yeah. What do you have for your spell?
Your spell save DC. It'll be on the second or third page.
Second page.
9.
9. Okay. Yep. 19, 19, and 13. All three pass.
Wait, I got a pass. Doesn't Sora have to pass too?
Yeah.
Ooh, she got a 5.
Ooh.
Oh.
Full damage for Sora.
Well, they don't take half damage
Yeah, they take half
On a
damage,
failed?
don't they?
on a failed saving
Ooh.
throw.
Sora takes full damage.
No, on
On
a
a success.
yeah, right. That everybody takes half damage.
Yep. Half damage on
Sora
success.
takes full damage.
Okay. Full
Correct.
damage.
But Sora benefited from Boland's thing, right? So she can extra 5
D8.
points.
No, I didn't.
Sora
I could only
takes-
assign it to a certain amount of people, and so
So
only.
it takes 5, and the rest take what you round down. I think 2.
Yep.
That's abysmal.
It is abysmal.
Yeah, try to pick try to
Stick
pick
to the
spells
melee.
that don't have the that don't have a constitution or a save against their DC because you're gonna have
So,
really bad.
so,
Oh, how
so
many times
Drago,
I've stayed
Drago
red?
casts his spell, and the all the dryads take a slight amount of damage. A little bit of bark kind of comes off of.
I go, what was
but Sora
that?
takes quite a bit of damage there, and she kind of yelps a little bit there. End of your turn, Groggle. Do you
Yeah.
have a bonus action you want to take?
Nah.
He's already taken like 5 bonus actions.
Niv, you're up then. Followed by Sora.
so-
Sora's on deck.
Sure, Niv will talk his way out of it.
That was the plan. How far away is Phelan?
She is from you right now. She is going to be. Let's see here. She's 35 feet.
Does that include the elevation?
Yeah.
What's his nuts is how far away?
He's also. Let's see. Yeah,
Not that
he's
far.
30 feet away.
Really?
Oh, I wish I knew how elementals actually work. Let's move within 30 feet of Phelan.
Okay.
And I am going to cast Suggestion.
Okay.
And I want her to stop the earth elementals from attacking anything.
Just cease elemental, like just.
And that
Yeah.
is a. Is that a con
Just
save?
It's a
Kill the elementals. Or...
wisdom.
Wisdom save. Okay. And what's your target number?
15.
15. Okay. 16.
Oh!
Use
Oh,
my luck
man.
point. Make you re-roll.
Okay. Natural 20.
Ah! Use another one.
Yeah, can I use more than one?
I don't know if
How
you
many do
can.
you have?
You have 3.
But I'm going to leave that up to Matt.
If you,
I don't know.
why not?
Damn
I'll
right
let
you
you if
are.
you want to burn them. If you want to burn them, I'll give it to you.
Yeah, I'll use another one.
All right. 22.
Oh my
Wow.
god.
Well, let's get those good rolls out of there, though.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I'm not
Anything
gonna-
else, Dim?
Any other brain busters?
And I still got 25 feet of movement, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just going to keep chasing Wildereth.
Oh.
And the entire structure collapses.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so you're right behind him now. You're not engaging combat with him, but right behind him. Okay, Sora's up, and then it's Phelan's turn.
Where are the dyads? Where are they? There's 3 left, right? 2 left?
There's 4 of them, yeah.
4.
Oh.
4.
The one is no longer blind.
Yes, that's right. That is done.
Sorry.
So where? How far is Vildareth from Sora?
From Sora, probably 25 feet, 25 feet.
All right, she'll attack him.
Okay, then attack of opportunity against Sora. And that will be a hit. That's
Wait a minute, attack of opportunity. What?
Yeah, because she's in combat right now, isn't she?
That guy died though.
No.
That guy exploded because Garagel hit him and he exploded. Remember?
Oh, right, but then this Dryad came in and attacked Sora as well.
Oh,
So they're
how
in combat right now.
convenient.
Did you want to leave combat?
No. She'll attack that dyad then.
Okay, go for it.
Ugh,
Yeah, and,
7.
Yeah, blind is
7. Okay, miss.
yes. But then I get attack.
Yep.
So I'm gonna attack Phelan. I'll shoot an arrow at her.
Okay.
Hey,
10.
Eric's back.
Yeah.
10.
Yep.
Miss. So the arrow
Yeah.
flies over her head again. This time further away than last time.
I've been here the whole time, listening, not knowing my mic was muted. Yeah, it's been lovely.
Phelan is going to go ahead now, and she is going to cast. No, she's actually going to move up a little further this direction, and she's going to hold her position, hold an action there. So she'll wait there. The end of Phelan's turn. Caroline, you're up now.
Okay, I'm sorry. Where did she move to?
She moved up here.
How
Holding
far
her
away
on
from?
deck.
How far away is she from me now?
From you, she is a total of 70 feet.
Okay, I got 2 shots at her. I take 2 more
Okay.
arrows. I got 18 and 4.
Okay, you hit with the 18. Roll damage.
10.
10. So as you shoot Caroline, you see that she once again takes his arrow shot to her, goes down onto one knee, breathing deeply now as the blood begins to gush out over the stone. She's not completely killed at this point, but she is severely hurting.
Really? Phelan?
Anything happened
Phelan.
to the elementals?
Elementals, there's a sort of a pulse of energy as she's hit among the elementals. You see they're shaking a bit, but they continue on. Yes.
Well, I did
Kill Phelan.
16 points of damage the first time, so.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead, Bolin, you're up.
Okay.
Kill Phelan. Kill Phelan.
The Dryad's in combat with me, right?
Yes, correct.
Okay. I'm going to kick him in the nuts. And as I
Gonna
do that,
Rochambeau him.
as I kick him in the nuts, I'm going to cast Inflict Wounds.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Okay, which is... Wait. Yeah, so that's an automatic hit. So
Oh, wow.
20 points of necrotic damage.
So as you kick this dryad, you see immediately where your foot hits between his legs. Immediately, the wood goes this dark color and begins to rot, and suddenly gets dried out and falls into a pile of dust. And that
That's what
dryad
she
is
said.
gone.
And then I want to move
Anything else you want to do, Bolin?
as far left, as close to Vildreth as I can. That direction. Closer to him, yeah.
Yeah, all right. We'll throw you right over here then.
Perfect. Thanks.
Okay.
Shit.
Excellent. Trego, you're up. You are hidden at this point.
Yeah. Am I hidden from everybody or?
You're hidden from everybody.
Okay. So question here, Matt. I think I forgot to update something. When you attack, so if it's a weapon that uses dexterity, it would be my dexterity plus my proficiency bonus, correct?
Correct, yeah.
Okay, so I forgot to add one.
Yep,
but
and you're hidden at this point, so you have sneak attack.
Phelan is almost dead, right?
She's hurting, severely hurting.
We can't hear you, Dan.
How do I turn my speaker on with phone Skype?
I don't know.
Ooh, yeah, I don't know. Matt, so I'm going to sneak attack. My first attack is going to go to Vildreth.
Okay, yes, over here, yeah.
One with advantage with Vildreth.
Yes, go for it.
9, 8, 9, 16.
16, okay. That is going to be a hit.
Oh, okay.
Full damage.
Fuck yeah. 6. And I'm hidden, so I get my extra 3d6. Ah, fucking bad again. 13 damage to what's his name, and then Vildreth, and I can have a second attack, but I don't get my damage bonus. Is it?
Right. Yeah.
Right.
So it's the damage bonus. So a second attack is going to go to Phelan.
Okay.
20.
Hit.
Not natural.
Does anyone hear me?
Yep.
Now we
Yeah.
hear you. Yep.
Roll damage.
Wait, Trego, how do you get to her?
Double your dice.
I'm using my bow.
Oh, your bow. Okay.
Yeah.
Natural
What's
20.
that?
Double your dice.
No, it
double
wasn't a
your
natural
dice.
20. It was.
Okay. Yeah.
Do I not get my attack bonus or my damage bonus on my second attack?
You're say it again.
So what is it? When you do your second attack, you don't get the attack bonus, or do you not get the damage bonus?
The damage bonus, I think.
Okay, so I would still get my attack bonus. I rolled the 13 plus 7.
Yep, hit.
And then so now it's just a straight 1d6. 3?
3 points of damage?
To the chick. Yeah, 3.
Yeah, okay. She once again spins around again, and is still standing. But once again, severely bloodied at this point. And Trego, that's the end of your turn.
That's fine.
Okay, the Dryads are going to pile in here. They're going to continue attack on you, Groggle. We've got 2 attacks here. Both of them are going to miss, and we got 1 attack onto you, Sora. I rolled a 2, so that's also a miss. The Dryads are going to remain there. Earth Elementals are going to continue once again to try and throw stones down. We'll start over here, over onto this one over here. And that is going to miss, but the stone is going to get nearly close to you. Give me a dexterity saving throw, Trego.
Matt.
Yep.
I was using wrong. I couldn't attack Phelan. I only got 1 attack.
Okay.
I was using the dual wielding. I don't actually get.
Oh, right. Now when you're shooting.
So yeah,
you're correct.
Okay.
Give me a dexterity saving throw, Trego.
Save.
Yep.
But Trego moved though. He attacked Vildreth. He's not there anymore.
No,
He
I'm
was
right
shooting
by the
from there.
pillar.
Yeah, he's
I'm
right.
shooting.
Oh,
He didn't
I have
move.
my bow. 13.
13. Okay. Yep. You're able to avoid it.
Whew.
These are big, slow-moving stones, so you're able to successfully move that. This guy over here is going to try and take over here on this pillar, and that is also going to miss. Go ahead, Groggle, give me a dexterity saving throw, and the 2 Dryads as well.
Is that gonna miss me?
No, you better take one too, Bolin. Thanks for the question.
Damn it! Dexterity save throw?
Dexterity saving throw.
Shit.
Eric, you're silent.
9.
9.
That's That's a 2 from Eric with a natural 1.
Okay, whoa. So as the stone comes down,
Whoa.
it misses the pillar. But the Dryad, Groggle, and Bolin, all of you take 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
So as the stone comes flying through here, 8 points of bludgeoning damage lands right behind you, Bolin.
All right.
Holy moly. Okay, and the last one over here is going to take one more attempt at that pillar. And that is going to miss as well. Sora needs to take a dexterity saving throw, though, as it comes around here. The Dryad as well. Dryad misses.
Ugh, I think she got a 11.
11. Okay. Sora is just able to avoid that stone. This Dryad, however, is met by that stone and is entirely crushed.
Nice.
Okay, so Vildareth's turn now. Vildareth is also going to move once again this direction, and he's going to try to go invisible again.
Oh no.
Oh no.
As soon as Dan leaves, he
Oh no.
I see how
He only
it
had
is.
1 luck point left. Well.
Do you want to wait? Give him.
Groggle, you're up.
60
We can say this when he comes back. We can see if
yeah.
he wants to counterspell. Groggle,
Okay,
you're up.
so how far away is Phelan?
Feilong from you at this point is 50 feet.
So if I run towards her,
Yeah.
Can I attack or? I think
Uh,
my
Up the
movement's
side of
25.
the-
You'd have to climb up the side of the wall, and that's going to be slow you down quite a bit.
So, but you got to give me actual numbers here, like 2 turns, 1 turn, 3 turns.
Paul and I
You
should
could
be
be
able
up there
to
in 2
hear
turns.
with
You
our
could be up
bow.
there in 2 turns. Opportunity of
I
attack.
ru- I-
would come.
I run towards. That's what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
Wow.
All right. You take your first run over there, and there's two opportunities of attack against you from the Dryads that you're in contact with, and 17 and a 14 both miss.
Now it's working. What the fuck?
Yeah. Okay. Groggle, end of your turn. We are up, Niv. It's your
Niv,
turn.
what's his name?
So-
Cast invisibility on
He
himself.
went back. He went invisible again.
Would you like to counterspell Phelan or Vildareth's invisibility spell, Niv?
Do you have any
Oh,
slots
boy.
left?
Do you have any counterspell slots left there, Niv?
I do.
You want to try it?
Is he still? He moved away from me?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's right over here.
You guys can't hear Liam in the background, can you?
No.
Nope.
No.
Cool.
What are you beating him or something? Or-
Oh, he's just watching his phone, but.
And Niv, you're up. We'll say in your hesitation that he casts invisibility and he's able to get away. So you're up. It's your turn, Niv.
I'm trying to fix my damn phone. I can't.
God damn it,
We'll come back to you. Sora, go ahead, Sora.
Matt! You have to put something in about the technological issues in the episode title.
Let's go ahead and have Sora take a turn.
Where? Okay, so where are the rest of the dyads here?
The Dryads are right
Dryads.
here.
Dryads, sorry,
There's
dryads.
There's 2 Dryads left.
Can Sora smell Vildareth?
I would say yes. She could.
All right.
I would say
And
yes.
so I want her to attack him, to tackle him, so we all know where he is.
She would be able to run over to him. And that would be her dash move, though, without attacking.
So she would be able to like jump on him at that point, right?
Yeah, she can move over to him without making an attack if you want to do that. So everyone knows where he is approximately.
Okay, she'll do that. But
Okay.
but it's not an attack though.
Right.
No,
Correct.
no, you're just running over there.
Okay, so I'm gonna have her attack the closest dryad.
Okay. Yes, go ahead and roll me an attack there.
She got a 10.
10. That is a miss. So once again, she strikes out at the Dryad, but is unable to connect with the Dryad.
So then I get to take a shot at. I'm gonna take a shot at Phelan.
Okay, yes.
Natural 1.
Natural 1. So once again, your shots are missing terribly. The 3rd one in a row.
That's
nice.
not true. I hit her once, twice, three times.
a lady.
Fei Long is going to remain in place, and actually no, she's going to move behind this Earth Elemental, and hold another action. So that'll be the end of Fei Long's turn. Caroline, you're up.
So can I see her?
You can, but I'm going to say it's disadvantage if you want to shoot her.
All right, I want to shoot her.
Okay, with disadvantage.
Okay.
Oh, we got like 3/4 cover.
So I get a 5 and a natural 20.
Okay.
And then I get to do it again here. A 1 and a 1.
So both of your arrows.
3 ones in the last
Get
5
moved,
rolls.
dice.
5 arrows in a row go flying over Fei Long's head.
5 in a row?
I'd like to point out statistically how unlikely that is.
Bolin,
the
you're up.
last one wasn't a
Oh.
1, it was a 15,
Yeah.
but I was at disadvantage.
Caroline let go of the bow instead of the arrow.
Hey,
Bolin, you're up, and
Okay,
Trey goes on deck.
Okay. Shit.
hey, do I miss so badly that I hit the elemental? Ugh.
Nope, you missed so badly you hit the stone underneath.
So, yeah, I don't know where he is. Okay.
You have a general idea, but you have disadvantage if you try to attack him.
Yeah. I'm gonna cast. I'm gonna cast Fairy Fire in that general direction.
Okay.
Fuck, to your general direction.
So like a 20-foot cube, right? So I can assume that he's within this 20-foot cube.
Nice. Yes. Right.
So he is lit up. He's lighted up green right now.
Right. Beautiful.
Lit up, and we all have advantage on attack rolls against him now.
Okay, so that cancels out the invisibility. So back to normal.
Well, he's still.
Nice.
Yeah, you're right. And then I'm gonna move out of the circle.
Okay.
To the northwest. Yeah, perfect.
Yes. Okay. Awesome.
That's
Nice
right.
move. All right. We are up Trigo, and then it's the Dryads.
Does Dan? Do you want to do your turn? Do we skip? We skip Dan.
Yeah. Do you hear us, Dan?
Yeah, it's working now.
Okay. Go ahead and take your turn, Dan, or Niv.
Oh, what does Phelan look like?
She's looking like a bloody mess, what she
She's
looks
pretty-
like.
But she's
hurt.
also.
She's also hurt behind one of
and
the.
she's behind that
elemental.
elemental.
I don't think that matters because am I within 30 feet of her?
You are within exactly 30 feet. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to cast Witch Bolt at her.
Which one? Yes. Do it.
Witch bolt. Wow.
This bolt.
Which one?
That bold.
We're here all week.
Oh, natural 1.
Oh,
Oh my god, are you
one.
serious?
Oh my
He's got like
gosh.
1 hit point left.
Wow.
You guys are doing horribly. Okay. Niv, anything else you need to do there? And then we're out of Trigo.
So I have to say that I'm reading that spell. That's the first one I've seen that said it takes a 1d12. Have we ever used a d12?
I don't know.
I don't think we've ever
Not
used a
very often.
d12.
No, I'm going to stay right where I am.
Okay. Trigo, you're up.
how is
Fuck some shit up, little man.
how's the not invisible guy? Is he looking pretty good still?
Yeah, he's feeling
I don't
pretty
think
decent.
we
He
haven't done
took
any
one.
damage.
He took 1 hit. Yeah,
I hit him with the.
Oh, that's right.
he's looking pretty decent finally.
Fuck. How far is Fei Long from me?
She is 70 feet.
Do I go for her to finish her off, or do I try to get a good sneak attack on Fei or Vildareth?
If
I
you
have
want
nothing
to,
to say.
if you want to yell that out,
Yes.
I can
What
yell
do I
something back
do?
to you.
Which one?
I'm gonna move behind the pillar, try to hide from Vildareth.
Okay.
Oh, 17 plus
You are hidden. 24 then, right?
27.
27. You are totally hidden at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's 10. All right, so then I'm going to attack. So now I still get advantage because the invisibility plus the fairy fire cancel each other out.
Yes.
So I still get advantage, right?
You get
Yeah,
advantage.
exactly. Yep.
Oh, it's a 19 and a 16 plus 7, so
Whew, hit.
could have been a crit. That would have been amazing. Okay, that's better. 10, 14, 15, plus 4, 19.
19. Wow. Okay.
Nice.
You strike Vildareth, and he flies back at this point with a new look of terror in his eyes that you haven't seen before. He's pretty hurt at this point. Not as bad as Feilong, but he's not doing great. The Dryad's turn. We got 2 left.
Hold on. Should I...
Yeah. Anything else you need to do?
Oh, I'm just debating because I still got my movement. Should I close in on him or should I still... I'm going to stay where I'm at.
Okay.
I'm good. Yep.
Both the Dryads are going to pile in on Sora here. They're already in combat with one of them is in combat with Sora. And we're going to go ahead and take 2 attacks. Natural 20 and a 17.
Jesus.
Ruh-roh.
Oh, indeed.
17 hits, doesn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
She's got an armor class of 13, so.
Okay. Here we go.
75 damage.
Oh, I rolled terrible. 12 damage.
Oof.
Okay. The Earth Elementals are going to take their final attempt here in this round to try and knock down some more of these pillars. Start here with this one, and we're going to roll straight down, and that's going to hit the pillar. And it's going to be strong enough to destroy that pillar as well. You see now the canopy begins ever so slightly to wobble and to lean at this point. We're going to have this guy shoot over here towards Trago. And that is a miss. Trago, give me a dexterity saving throw.
Ooh, that's... Was it enough? Hold on. 16.
16. Okay, you're able to miss that stone as it comes down. Final one here. He's going to go ahead and attack that, and that is going to miss, but that means that both Sora and the Dryads need to take dexterity saving throws.
I should
You
have
got a 13.
Fail and a pass. You pass as well. This Dryad here is crushed under the weight of the stone. There's one Dryad left now at this point. The Earth Elementals have not been able to take down too many of the pillars. We're up to Vildareth once again. And he now is going to, once again, try to go invisible.
Why does he just freaking
But my
attack?
fairy fire counters that.
How long does your fairy fire stay?
Up to a minute.
Up to a minute. Okay, well, never mind then. He's not.
6 weeks.
All right. He is going to turn to you, Bolin, from your fairy fire, and cast Call Lightning on you.
Yes, fuck you.
Giant middle finger comes into your purview. Fuck you. 25 damage.
All right, here we go. I gotta just check this real quick. One thing. Okay. All right. Let's see. We're gonna put the point right on top of you, and you need to make a dexterity saving throw.
Yes, you do.
Ooh, 6.
Can you beat a 17?
No, I cannot.
Oh goodness. Okay, 3d10 damage on that one.
Oh,
Ooh,
Don't roll 3 10s or I'm dead.
As the sky opens up, Bolin, suddenly you are met by this strike of 3 bolts of lightning for a total of 14 damage.
Okay.
And that is the end of Vildereth's turn. He'll stay where he is in place. Groggle, you're up, and then Niv, you're on deck.
All right. So can I get to Fei Long and attack?
You would be able to climb up, yeah. I'll say you can climb up and you can make an attack on Fei Long.
All right. So do I get my bonus action or?
Yeah, you would.
Both of them.
Yep, your action and your bonus action.
All right. I'm switching my die to the orange from 1992 Ninja Super Spies.
Wow.
All right, dude.
Oh, she's dead.
Are you trying to Thunderwave?
22.
Roll damage.
Killing your alter ego.
1d8 plus 7. She
Very
dead.
Oedipal here.
Yeah,
She dead. 10.
10. So as you come up this, you throw yourself up this stone wall, you get on the top, move around this earth elemental, pull out your morning star, slam down into her head, and you see as her skull crushes inward, she falls down onto the stone, her limp body rolls off, falls down to the ground, and as she does that, all the earth elementals
Alright, dead.
disappear.
I hoped would happen.
Okay.
Okay, so
Vildereth.
as my bonus action,
Yeah.
I take my
Take a
dagger out, I put it in the middle of her chest, and I slice all the way down.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Amazing. So you jump down and you
Why did
grab her
Groggle
body
hate
and
her so
slice
much?
her open.
Definitely bring that up with your
Oh.
therapist.
And now what I want to do, I want to grab her heart out and show it to Vildereth.
Nice.
That's a pretty long bonus action. roll.
Fear.
Kalima! Kalima!
Vildereth, seeing this happen, I mean, just to jump ahead, you guys, I don't think you'll be able to kill him in the next round. Seeing this happen, he immediately
Bro.
transforms.
How does he
You
get to
see
do
suddenly a mist of birds
Counterspell?
Oh, that
take off.
Can I counterspell
that? It
that?
wasn't his
Can I-
term, though.
You can attempt
yeah.
it
Reaction.
Dan.
As
Do
a
it.
reaction.
Let's kill that.
as a
heart.
reaction.
Come on. 6 times the charm, Dan.
Oh, is it a third level spell?
No, it's not.
What is it?
Well, you can still cast that second level.
You can
at a
still
third.
cast it and try you, but then you have to roll over.
No, that's what I'm saying. Because counterspell, if it's casting, if the person is casting a third level spell or lower, it automatically fails.
No, fourth
higher.
level.
Okay, so then I have to an ability check using your spell casting ability.
Don't let him
So
get
is that-
away.
Like, what is my spell casting ability?
Yeah.
Page 2.
It
top.
would be
Yeah. Your second page at the top. Second, maybe third page. Spellcasting
Right.
ability.
Like my spell attack bonus?
no.
No, it's spellcasting ability. It's like
It'd be
Your-
intelligence plus your proficiency plus whatever.
Oh,
Plus eight.
mine is +4.
I don't know. I just have it here written as int, so it's just my.
Intelligence.
Oh yeah, your
Intelligence, yep.
intelligence. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So, and the DC is 10 plus the spell's level, so the DC is a 14.
So he,
Yeah.
int.
DC plus the spell's level.
Is 10 plus the spell's level, so it's a 14.
Yep.
So
Matt doesn't know, so
Matt has to beat a
say, yeah.
14.
No, I have to beat a 14.
Oh, okay.
If you get a 14 or better.
Oh yeah, 17. No, 18.
Nice. Nice.
Okay.
You did that with advantage, though.
Okay. So
but
he's
did
sticking
you-
around now.
He's sticking
Was that his turn?
That was a
No, that
he had
was
that
his
set up as a reaction. At
Okay,
any
that was a
point.
reaction.
Yeah, yeah.
No, but
So
did you do what's his name's turn out of turn, or did I hear did I mishear that?
I had him set up as a reaction. So it's
You could
Niv's
do
turn
that,
now,
Chad.
actually.
That's
Yeah, because it's
Oh.
still Eric's turn, and then Wildereth
Yep.
took a reaction to Eric's
Oh,
turn.
it's a reaction.
Yeah.
Niv
So
took
now
a
it's Niv
reaction
and
on the
Sora's up.
reaction.
Okay.
So Niv, that was Niv's move right there. That was her.
No,
his
that was
Somebody
Niv's
wanted
reaction.
to counter
Oh,
stroll.
that was my reaction.
So now it's Niv's turn.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Niv. And Sora's on turn on deck.
How does he look? Like, is he hurting also?
He's hurting fairly. Yeah, he's. I mean, he's hurt, but he's still on his feet.
keep him alive. I'm gonna feed him Fei Long's heart.
You met like
The nice,
Phelan
the
one
nice
time.
Chianti sauce.
I was Fei Long, you dick.
Oh, you just want to...
I love the poetry of it. You just killed your own character.
Yeah. Oh, awkward.
Twice.
Sora's on deck.
How close am I to him?
You are right now 25 feet away.
Okay, good. I will cast Witch Bolt at him.
Okay.
Which is +7. Ooh, 25.
25. Yes, hit. Roll damage.
$11 points of damage.
Whew. Okay. He is extremely hurt at this point. He goes down to one knee and grabs, gasping for breath at this point. Sora, you are up.
Like 10, 15 feet towards him.
Okay. Sora, you are up.
I call out and I say, let me.
So
You can't do it. It's not your turn, bro.
Caroline's on deck. Sora's up.
Yeah, I know.
So
That's why I say,
the
let me.
Dryad on Sora, right?
Yep, she's still in combat there.
All right, she'll attack him.
Okay.
She got a 15.
15. Hit. Roll damage.
Which is she has 5.
5 points of damage.
Yeah, 5 points, and then I take a shot at her Dryad.
Okay.
Make sure to let go of the arrow, Caroline.
Don't say the one again.
The arrow does the damage.
And a 15.
Hit. Yes. Roll damage.
7.
7. This time, Caroline's arrow strikes home as Sora digs her fangs into him and crunches down into a pile of wood. That is the last Dryad. You see when this happens that Vildareth you feel this sort of surge goes through his body, and he's also going to take, in fact, 1 point of damage from that.
Dick.
Okay.
Matt, is there a fire around anywhere? Like a torch or?
Nope. Caroline, you're up.
All right, I take 2 shots at Vildareth.
Okay, go for it.
Not that one. And not that one.
Wow.
Bolin, you're up. Followed by
I'm kind of
Trigo.
surprised we're still alive.
Yeah.
Right?
Let me ask you this,
Surprised
Matt.
you guys are alive.
Yeah.
Will it take my action to put on my ring? Or not?
No, I'll say you could use that as a free action.
Okay. I want to put my ring on.
Okay. You put the ring on, and immediately everything goes dark and gray around you. You see, Vildareth though is emitting this sort of reddish glow to him, and strangely enough, there is a reddish glow kind of over the hole as well, where the opening is happening. As you look around, you yourself are emitting this greenish glow, and now you have triple your movement.
Triple.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
Oh, I didn't
forgot
know
about that.
Wow.
What are you, a Nazgul? Jesus.
So all I want to do is, I want to take Bamf. I'm going to come up behind him.
Okay.
Take off the ring and grapple him.
Okay.
And
Yeah, roll me a strength check there.
Will I get advantage, maybe, because he doesn't know I'm there?
Yeah, I'll give it to you.
Oh, you sneaky dick.
17.
17. I rolled a 19.
Son of a mother!
You try to grab him and he pulls away. So you're not able to grapple him.
All right, whose turn is it?
Trago's up.
All right.
Well, that just completely ruined my
you-
plan.
Triple move.
Is he in combat with Bolin now?
Bolin grappled him, yeah. So I'll say yeah.
I automatically get advantage.
Yep.
You fuckers better figure out what you're doing
All right.
with him before my turn.
I'm rocking.
You gotta get there.
I'm within 30 feet of him, right?
You are within 30 feet. You're like 15
Okay.
feet from him.
Okay, so I'm going to jump up on him or get up right to him and hit him with my dagger.
Stick your dagger in his head.
You had advantage on this one?
Advantage. 19.
Hit. Roll
Okay,
damage.
so now I'm using my new daggers. I have to roll a Constitution check to determine what the effect is. What's my Constitution?
You're not going to turn into an elemental, are you?
No.
Poor Theondir.
6.
Yeah.
So I would have 6 fails the Constitution check, right?
Yes. Yep.
All right. So that would be, I think it's a plus.
What kind of daggers you got? What's going on?
So
He looted the body of a drow in JP
Yeah.
Franzine's.
all right. So I do an extra 1d4 with that. So
JP Franzine sounds like a bar in Becker.
It kind of does actually. Now that you say that.
Yeah.
JP Francine.
Oh, it was almost amazing.
Almost
25
amazing.
damage.
25?
Oh my god.
25.
I get 1d6 plus 4 for my regular attack, plus 3d6 for my sneak attack, plus an extra 4 damage for the effect, so 25 damage.
As you come flying up with your daggers blazing, you slice down into the back of his neck and you see his eyes light up in terror as he lets out this breath and falls to his knees as the blade continues across his neck, slicing open his artery, and his body falls flat. You have killed Vildareth.
Damn.
And in the
More people are
background,
mad at us.
Oh, wait.
in the background, you still feel this deep thud. As you look now, the stone is moving further across this hole. And at the end of this combat, after about a minute, the hole is almost completely revealed in the center of this circle.
How far can I peer over is it a long way down, or are there steps, or?
Matt,
So Bolin, you crouch over to the hole, and you pour over. And as you approach the hole, you can feel a somewhat warmer air that's moving upwards out of the hole. But it carries with it a nauseating smell, almost like rotting flesh. And the sound of wind is ominously similar to the sound of whispers. Hundreds or maybe even thousands of inaudible whispers. You hear flowing up out of this. You lean your
Who
head
wanted
over
to
into
come
the
into the fucking mines? Who is that?
You
Matt,
peer
Matt.
into the deep darkness, and the wind that you hear slowly dies, and everything goes silent. And suddenly, with a burst of speed, a massive arm of sickly, rotting flesh shoots out of the darkness and clamps down on you, fingers digging into your neck, and instantly you are drawn down into the darkness. A horrific scream fills your ears as you disappear into the void, Bolin. And at the same time, you realize that this blood-curdling scream is nothing other than your own. And that is where we will end for tonight.
What?
I knew it!
Oh no!
Grog, you still got that 500 plat? Let's get the fuck out of here.